Hello and welcome to the rebranding and the relaunch of VisionCast, now known as VisionCast Network. You are listening to VisionCast Network After Dark, the uncensored, adults-only version of VisionCast Network. Warning, all episodes of VisionCast Network After Dark are specifically for people 18 years or older. They contain explicit content and foul language that is definitely not suitable for children and may be offensive for some listeners. Listener discretion is advised. If you've got kids around or you would prefer to listen to clean content, then check out our show called VisionCast Network. There are two shows, VisionCast Network and VisionCast Network After Dark. After Dark is the show with all of the adult explicit content. But if you search for VisionCast Network on your popular podcast platform and click on the show titled VisionCast Network, then you will be able to hear all of the family-friendly, clean versions of each episode. You have been warned. If you prefer to stay on VisionCast Network After Dark, listen at your own risk. Thank you for listening, and please enjoy.
Tune into VisionCast Network, so wild ride with shows that'll make you laugh and keep you satisfied. From comedy to drama and everything between, this is the place where randomness is king. Where randomness, fun, and talent collide. VisionCast Network, a podcast ride. Let's go. Join in the fun, it's a wild delight. Get ready for a journey day and night.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to a brand new era. That's right, VC Lounge is now the VisionCast Network. We are so glad that you have joined us for this brand new era of this particular podcast. Yep, we used to be VC Lounge, but not anymore, and we'll get into that later on during the announcement segment as to why we are the VisionCast Network. But before we do all of that, I am happy to be with our great female director, my sidekick, my everything that this podcast is, Rachel. Woo, woo.
Hey everybody, this is Rachel. What's up? And Philip just joined us. And Phil, in case you're wondering why we're starting the podcast now, we had a meeting because we had to make some changes, which we will be getting into later. Yes, the podcast was named actually VisionCast with JC and Friends, and then we had two segments. Well, now it's going to be the VisionCast Network, and there's going to be multiple shows under that umbrella. We will get to those exciting changes later on, but first, it is time that we introduce everyone.
Yes. We'll get into all of that. I'm just super pumped about this change because this is a change that we have, as a team, been making and been thinking about, and now it's finally happening. But before we get into all that, let me pull up my participants list before I doggone forget anybody. Otherwise, Rachel will give me crap.
I'm going to give you crap regardless. That's my job.
I know. That's why you're a great director. I love you. I love thee for that. Okay, so first off, we have, for the females, let's start with the females first. We have Katie. Hey, Katie.
Hello.
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
That's good.
How are you doing?
Doing pretty good, just hanging out with y'all after a busy day at the gym / voice / drum lessons, but I'll get into that later on. Anyway, all right, Katie, thanks for checking in there. All right, next up we have Nora. Hey, Nora.
Yeah, hi, good evening, everyone, and glad to be here, and starting a wonderful new rebranding of VisionCast Network. Thank you.
Yep, and you got that right. And yep. Let's see. I think we got the females. And we got and of course Rachel, who spoke. Oh,
Haley did drop, but she says hello.
dadgummit. All right, well, good. Okay, next we're gonna move on to the males. We have Salvis. Hey, Salvis.
Hey JC, hey Rachel, hey everyone, welcome from a wintry, cold, snowy Latvia in Europe.
No. Oh, dang, it's snowing. We had a snowstorm in New York earlier this past week, and it was not fun, but I'll get into more of that later on. Uh, all right, thanks, Salvis, for checking in. And we have our good buddy Nolan. Hey, Nolan.
Hey everybody, thank you for allowing me to join you guys. And yes, having Vision Cast with JC JC and Friends rebranded as the Vision Cast Network, it was the best decision that we have ever made as a team, as a decision. So thank you. And I'm going to go on mute when it comes to the announcements. I have very exciting announcements regarding the Nolan's Technology and More podcast feed, so stay tuned, folks.
Yes, that is really awesome indeed. Yes, we couldn't be more happier than that. And in the meantime, we'll get to Phil from California. Hey, Phil.
What's up, JC? What's up, everybody? Just had to walk really fast to try and make it on time. Thought I'd miss it at 5. I'm like, oh, crud, I was going to miss it.
Well,
That's
you didn't
okay
miss that much. We had
because
a quick meeting of changes.
my alarm did not go off this evening. I was supposed to open the room early so we could have a meeting, and so we ended
Yikes.
up going basically longer than because I wanted to open it at 7:30 for the meeting, and we didn't start the podcast till about 8:30. Like we literally just started as
Yep.
you came in.
Yeah, we just kind of started. But in either case, thank you for checking in, Phil. Preston, our VP, Vice President, will join us a little later on, and he will be getting up to speed on what just happened, the changes, the good changes, and all that type of stuff. So, and we did manage to get everybody except for Haley, who's still having.
Well, we have a few people on the phone too.
Oh, we do. Oh, yeah. Okay. Well, on the
Remember-
Zoom side, I managed to get
Alright.
a few on Zoom. So,
Yeah.
Rachel, why don't you do the honors in introducing the people on the phone?
So, we have two people joining us on the phone lines this evening. We have Donald, our Super Hit Mix Radio extraordinaire. Hello, Donald.
Hello, Donald Brown here from the all-new Super Mix Radio, the perfect mix for any occasion. I'm glad to be here tonight. And if you want to visit the station's page, it's hit-mix-radio.com.
Awesome. And, of course, we have my second in command. We're both the director of this lovely, lovely podcast.
Yep.
Because he did such a good job directing when I was sick. So I decided
Yes.
to co-direct with him. So we are directors as a team. My dearest George.
Hello, this is what I will say, Rachel. You are a visionary. You come with great ideas. You are quite exquisite, brilliant, and this new launch is legendary, iconic. It will change the face of the podcast forever, and this is going to be a journey both for what we're thinking. Because not only is it now the past, we come full circle to the future and present, which is VisionCast Network. We're
Yep.
all
Good
twins
point.
once again.
Yes.
Yep, definitely.
point.
We're so
Yeah,
excited
yeah.
to be doing this. So, for those of you that have listened on Preston's feeds for VisionCast with JC and Friends, that's going to be no more.
Yes.
We're switching to the VisionCast Network now.
And for the better,
Poor
because a
Haley,
lot of
she's
people
having
really,
problems.
yeah, a lot of people
You
really
know-
loved our content, and we really do appreciate you guys for sticking around for as long as we can. But due to the most recent events, which you've already heard on the previous episode, especially the calamity, which we finally squashed once and for all, which we won't get to.
The saga with those four plus Vision Cast changing, or not Vision Cast, Spotify for podcasters changing their stuff come June.
Yeah, those is what I meant to say.
Those are the reasons why we are rebranding and changing.
Yeah.
Haley, my love, have you got it fixed yet?
But anyways, yeah, this is a big change for the better and for all the listeners. So if you were expecting to hear archived episodes, well, I'm sorry, my friends, but those will be gone. Once this new episode gets published, the episodes will be out of here, the old ones, but we will, as to say, we will be happy to have the former interviewees back in the future. We'll definitely put them back on the radar in the coming months with this new branding. And I really enjoyed having fun on all those episodes, especially with, the likes of Dan Clark and Daniel Hewley and all the other folks and all that stuff.
Yeah,
but
and we will definitely reschedule them.
Time marches on,
interviews.
so to speak, so we're definitely moving on forward to that, so.
Cannot unmute. Okay, let me see if I can't get you to unmute. Hang on. Let me see something.
Yeah, so as your humbled podcast president, I do say that
I'm going to make her the co-host and see if that makes a difference.
Yeah, they could work.
Yeah, it'll work. Yeah. So as your humbled podcast president, I'm very proud that the team has made this.
I'm going to try that. First, I asked her to unmute. Let's see if it'll give her the option that way.
She might need to hit the OK button first before she can be able to unmute. Because
if she's using Windows, that's F6. If she's using a Mac, she'll have to hit the command accent.
I'm going to make her the co-host.
Okay, there we go.
Oh, there it is.
What?
Hey, Haley, you
what? What in the? That's weird. It never popped that window up for the OK button.
Wow.
You mean the got it button because we recorded on Zoom?
Yeah.
It never popped that. That's strange.
It never popped up. And as soon as JC
so that's why you couldn't unmute. It never popped up.
As soon as JC said hit F6, I tried F6. It showed up.
Oh, okay. I guess that worked.
It worked.
I'm a tech
So
guru.
now go ahead, Haley, give your intro,
Go and
my
introduce
love,
yourself.
and then we're
Go
going to
ahead.
go into our announcements.
So yeah, hello everyone. Things are good. No complaints here. Well, we all know it's just doodles, and George is even the bigger doodles, but yeah.
But George is always doodles.
George is always doodles, and that's just a fact of life.
I also call you doodles.
Hey, I am not doodles.
Shut your trap, Philip.
You know what? Philip is doodles. You know why? Because he still doesn't have a phone yet. What happened to I'll have my phone Saturday?
Yeah, what's up with that?
But yeah, so everything's going well, and
What happened?
no complaints here.
Well, that's great.
Shut up, Rachel.
Okay, what's all that?
Agreed.
Shut up, George. So, Mr. Philip Doodles, what happened to this? I'll have my phone on Saturday?
Yeah, what's up with that?
Well, let's just say we lost track of time, and we were just so dang busy over the weekend. We just mostly been doing yard work and housework. It slips our mind.
Well, go get a phone.
Okay. Yeah.
Because I want to do something with you.
3 weeks out. We're 3 weeks out.
Yeah, get a phone.
Yeah,
or
go
something.
get a phone, silly, because there's something I want to test with you. And George, there's something I want to test with you too.
That's inappropriate. You can't say
Alright.
that.
What?
Of course.
That's inappropriate. Wow.
I'm not going
I'm
to
not
test
there yet.
anything
I'm not there yet.
inappropriate, you dumbass. I want to test PodCastle, where I can invite guests to do interviews.
You're out of line. Get back on line.
Shut up, George!
No.
Wow.
I agree with George.
You see,
Haley,
folks?
you sound like a smoker that smoked 50 packs a day for the past 50 years.
This is what this episode's been made
Folks?
for. Giving people
Okay,
crap on
I
the
guess
show.
I'm gonna have to do it.
Okay, I'm just kidding. I take it back. You're a beautiful
Please,
angel.
guys, oh God, please do it. Please.
I take it back.
That took way too long.
Please do it.
There's gonna be several
Princess
icebergs
Haley,
on her
lovable
back.
Haley, Angel Haley, everything in the world that's
No,
good, Haley.
don't swear.
All right, seriously,
Icer.
Anyway, moving on.
Princess Haley, I love thee. She's going to. I tried to stop her, but so we need to get Philip kind of up to speed because he missed our meeting.
Yep.
So
New brand.
yeah, we rebranded VisionCast. So now instead of VisionCast with JC and Friends with the segments VC Lounge and Showcase 7, that's all gone. That's gone away. Now we are officially the VisionCast Network.
Awesome.
So we are gonna be,
BCN.
So that means since we're the VisionCast Network, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be putting multiple shows up. We're going to have a talent show the final week of the month.
Yep.
Which is going to be all performances, and that will be starting on March. When is the Alexa, when is the final Tuesday of March? The final Tuesday of March is on 21st of March, 2023. March 21st.
Oh, my cousin brother actually.
Wait, actually, that doesn't make sense.
Hold on.
Hang on, let me. No, hang on. Ah, get that off! Let's see, hang on just a second. Let me calculate here.
29th?
Well,
28th or 29th?
26th, not the 21st.
Oh, 26th, yeah.
Yeah, the 26th. It'll be the last Tuesday in March.
Yeah.
You're wrong, Alexa.
Hey,
yeah, come on.
Yay!
It's just a.
Yeah, so the 26th, because March 1st is a Friday.
Yep.
So
And
it'll
my
be the
birthday's on a
5th, the
Sunday.
12th, the 19th, the 26th is the last Tuesday in March. So March 26th, we will commence our first ever monthly VisionCast talent show. And there will be no announcements during that show. It's going to be all performances.
Introduce and go.
Basically, this is how it's going to be. We're not even going to be a randomness section. 5 minutes for intros only, and 5 minutes for shoutouts. The rest is going to be performances.
Yep.
So we have an hour and 50 minutes of performances. 5 minutes in the beginning for intros, 5 at the end for shoutouts, and that's it.
Yep.
So that'll be taking place the final Tuesday.
You mute it? I can mute it, but you get your Kyle Kilo and go on. Will you mute it?
Yes, see, here's the thing. Everybody will be muted during performances.
Yep.
You can unmute.
For 5 seconds of hooting. 5 seconds?
For the shoutouts, yes, we will. You have to keep them short during that show. The other weeks were more lax, like 10, 15 minutes, but that show, no. We're performing that show, and no, you're not doing it that.
Do you need shots that week, or just cut shots altogether? That's the idea.
We could cut out shoutouts, but then again, no, I don't really want to cut them out. Just 5 minutes. You have 5 minutes at the end.
Okay.
5 minutes at the end to do your shoutouts.
Yep.
And basically during all performances, you'll be muted.
Yep.
No, George. So everybody will be muted during performances. You may unmute briefly. This is kind of like how we're gonna do this, kind of like ACB karaoke. So everybody will be muted during performances.
Yep.
We're going to you can unmute at the end briefly to cheer the person on.
Yep. And then mute
we
again
go straight
for
into the next one.
performances. Yep.
What I'm
Basically
probably going to
unmuting
do, and people can submit multiple performances, but keep in mind, we're going to work out how many performances each person can submit.
Okay.
But we are going to be we're going to be mixing it up, and I'm going to have a list of who's going to go and who's going to be on deck, and we're going to have
at least 3 people.
4 performances per person. That's a good idea.
Yeah, 4 per person is good. Yeah, 4.
And then, yeah, and that should fill up the 2 hours, I think. And if we have time left over, let's say somebody doesn't do 4, then if we have time left over, can we do randomness and shoutouts, longer shoutouts? But
can I turn back to the from Nantucket or not?
George, you may not. And by the way,
what did he say?
And by the way, as far as performances, the rules are, if you're going to perform something that contains something that might be a trigger warning, like a song that might have bad words or might be a trigger warning,
Yeah.
you must let everyone know, because we need to make sure that it can be edited out for the family-friendly version.
Muted and or bleeped, whatever the case is.
No, George, you may not. Now shut up.
What was he trying to say? What was he trying to ask?
The Man from Nantucket. It's an erotic.
Okay.
It's a very inappropriate poem.
George, shut your trap.
George,
Shut it.
shut your trap.
Come on, man.
I do a friendly one's going tonight.
Anyway.
Okay, who wants to come on the show?
Well, I do again. You just go down and talk to them.
All right, so that is the story.
Yep.
Hopefully Preston comes on soon because we got to get him up to speed. But this will be the last one on his feed, and then I'm gonna send him all the credentials once the shows are created.
Yep.
And it does take some time to get everything submitted to everybody's all the platforms, so be patient.
Yep.
But
so
yeah.
if you see the feed refresh a lot, that means the new episode will be up and it will be updated. So
and
please
also,
give it some time.
Exactly. And also, I'm going to be giving Preston the credentials to log onto my Acast account. I'm not going to be giving it to everybody. Not saying I don't trust you guys, but I think one person should have it as backup in case, God forbid, I can't make it on. He can upload stuff. Okay. So he'll be given the account. What, George? George, I swear to God, if you interrupt announcements one time and speak out of turn one more time, young man, your ass is going to be grass. Do you understand me?
Oh, okay. Oh, wow.
Now shut the fuck up, George.
Oh, wow. That was, oh my word.
Oh my word.
If you guys hear that in the show, just ignore it.
Yeah.
Well, remember, for the family-friendly version, it's going to be muted out or taken out.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. If you're
and also,
to this,
that leads me into the next announcement. So yes, we will still have two versions of the show. However, unlike how we did it on Preston's feed before, we did switch our podcast host to Acast. Yep. And the reason we've done this is because Spotify made changes, unfortunately, that makes it so that it's going to be very hard for us to host podcasts there in the future.
Yeah.
We can submit them to Spotify, but we cannot use them as a host anymore.
Yeah.
So that is why we switched to Acast.
And plus, they're removing the ability to have people create and record right on the iOS and other devices.
on the iOS and Android app, which I think is absolutely stupid. When Acast is now what I wish they would now. PodCastle, I tried their Premium Pro plan, which is like $30 a month. So I'm trying it out. Now, what I wish PodCastle would do would be create an Android app. They only have an iOS app and the browser. You can do it on a browser.
Yeah.
What I think I'm going to do, because I want to have, George and Philip and whoever be able to view the name change in real time on PodCastle. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start the feed on my Mac and send the studio link to various participants and join on one of my Android phones so that it can be recorded, and then everybody can see what's going on in the meantime. So
I've read about the app Castle. I've read about it. It has some cool tools like AI built podcast. Yeah, it has some built-in tools, including AI algorithms.
Exactly, which is why I like it and I want to try it. And I think you can even have shows there too. I don't know how that works, but Acast is going to be my podcast host. So, but I don't know. I wonder if I could syndicate to PodCastle. I'm not sure. I know that Acast is partnered up with PodCastle for recording.
Don't they have an FAQ page? I think if you look under their FAQ
Yeah, I'm gonna
section,
look it
they
up
do
and
have
see.
it. You can look it up and find out because they have.
Because
If they have
they're
AI
partnered with
tools,
Acast, and if there's a
Yeah.
way that we could syndicate that on PodCastle, that would be pretty cool.
and
We'll
you could
see.
probably record on there too, which is nice because let's say you
Yes.
have Audio Hijack or any of the apps that we currently use. We're still going to use Audio Hijack, which is awesome, but let's just say, gosh forbid that, Audio Hijack and or Zoom messes up, we can have another backup solution, which is Acastle, and then have that running, and that way we can have audio.
Well, PodCastle is what we use to record. Acast is the podcast host.
Yeah, PodCastle, yeah. I keep getting them.
Think of the
It's like-
words pod and castle and put them together. PodCastle.
Except no king is involved.
PodCastle.
PodCastle. Okay,
Yep.
got it.
All right, so basically that is the announcements for that.
Yep. Hope
as
you
far
guys
as-
enjoy it because we really, like I said, me, Rachel, and the whole team really worked hard on it. And
Yep.
as a fun fact, VisionCast actually used to be my station on Spreaker before it got fully transformed into a full podcast, which is now the VisionCast network. So a little unsolved mystery from before and after.
And basically, Cloud 11 Network, which is my station.
Yep.
And so we have Cloud 11 Network and VisionCast Network. We are going to be sister stations.
Yep.
So, what's going to be on VisionCast Network will be automatically syndicated on Cloud 11 and vice versa.
Yep.
Now, there'll be one show that will not be on VisionCast Network or on Cloud 11, and that is The Hotspot, which is a show for over 18.
And that is a direct replacement to the former Love Shack. for
That
those
one
that-
we can actually, there's going to be talk of nudity, sex,
Yeah.
possibly even sexual acts, really explicit discussions of a sexual nature.
Basically
and-
explicit content.
We will have explicit content on Cloud 11. However, this is so racy, I don't want it on Cloud 11.
Oh, okay.
And it will not be syndicated on VisionCast Network either.
No.
What were you going to say, George?
The friend that I told you about is here. You remember that the guy?
Okay, go ahead.
It's terrible what I'm doing.
Okay, shut up. Shut
Anyway.
up, George. George, I'm
Shut
gonna
your
mute you.
trap.
I'm gonna mute. Okay, he's muted. He can't speak anymore.
This is what you guys get, folks. Every time you listen to our episodes from here on out, you will get the whole fun crap. And we don't care if you like it or not.
Oh, whatever.
I'm gonna go now.
Okay. Anyway.
Well, anyhow. I
So
love
that
this.
is the announcement regarding Cloud 11 Network, and we're both networks, Cloud 11 Network and VisionCast Network. We are, since we're all a team, we are sister stations, and we're going to be syndicating everything, the shows that we do.
Yep. So be checking the feed, people. Be checking
Yep.
it because all of the episodes that you will hear from here going forward will be the new VisionCast network. And as I said before, all the old episodes will be gone. So please be patient. I know you guys want to hear the content, but please be patient. It's going to take a while for us as a team to transition everything. But rest assured, you will hear us again, and you will definitely hear more interviews, and we will have our regular interviews as well as our newbies come on the show for future content and future interviews if they have any updates to share, which I do have an update to share, but we'll
Yes,
get
if we have other...
I do have...
And so does Katie. So what I'm going to do...
Ladies first.
We're going to give it to
I also have
Katie
an announcement
because...
too, speaking
Yep.
of which.
So we're going to give it to Katie first.
All right.
And then Nolan and JC can share their updates, and then whoever else. So go ahead, Katie.
All right, go ahead, Katie.
Sorry, I wasn't paying attention. Sorry.
No, you're fine. Go ahead with your announcement, Katie. You're first.
This past Thursday, my mom and my mom's husband took us to a concert, get the Let Out. It's a tribute band that plays Led Zeppelin songs, and I had an awesome
Cool.
time.
Nice.
It was
Oh, that's nice,
really
Katie.
it was really great, loud and an awesome time. They played two sets, and then three encore songs. So it wasn't over
Alright,
until
cool.
like 11 or
Oh
so.
wow!
But
Awesome.
Yikes! And was this your first time going to a tuba concert ever?
it yeah.
Wow!
So, and it was at the Opera Grand House in Wilmington, Delaware. I'm not sure if
Oh
you guys
wow!
are familiar with Wilmington, Delaware.
No, not familiar with it.
Then I've
Okay.
done for Gospels.
But that's awesome that you went to a tuba concert playing Led Zeppelin covers. That's awesome. Hope you go
Yeah.
back again if they do it again. That's awesome.
Actually,
cool.
we're thinking about going back there again and listening to I guess Queen. I'm not sure what what's that going to be like, but that's on the April 3rd. So
Cool.
we might
Oh,
be
cool.
doing that if everything goes okay. But I'll keep you guys
That
updated
is
on
that
it.
is that is totally awesome and dope too. I hope you enjoy it if you go there again. That's awesome.
Okay.
Is that it for your announcement, Katie? Is that it?
Yes.
Okay.
All
All
right.
right. So we're gonna switch it. So Nolan, go ahead and share yours, and then when you're done, let us know, and then I'll share mine. So go ahead, Nolan.
Thank you. So, as you all may know, a very serious decision had to be made on behalf of Nolan's Technology and more. If I get consent from my parents, I'm going to end up moving Nolan's Technology and more directly from Spreaker to Acast. When this happens, you as subscribers will not see anything change. What's going to happen is if I get a premium plan, if I get consent from my parents to get a premium plan, then Nolan's Technology and more is going to be on one network along with Nolan and Friends radio show from 98.6 The Mix. So, if there's any questions, please contact the head honcho directors and ask if you can get in touch with me privately after the show. Thank you. This is Nolan signing out.
Nice.
That is good to know. Thank you so much, Nolan, for sharing that update. And I am a humbled subscriber, and I will definitely be on the lookout when the changes do occur. See, a lot of changes have been happening, folks. And like I said, I am so humbled and blessed that I have chosen the best daggone director in all of the VisionCast Network history and its existence. And ever since this happened, I actually went back before the old episodes is about to be taken down. I actually went back and I didn't replay it, but I did manage to look at it, and I was like, oh my gosh, I remember that day when I patched patched pa- passed the torch over to Rachel, and it was such an honor to do that because without me doing that, I would have stayed stuck as director. But now that I have been moved on to president, and Preston being the vice president, as well as us being the founding fathers that have laid the original foundation of the podcast, and now to its rebranding, I can safely say that this podcast is going to get better and better as the weeks and months go by, and we will not let any of our listeners down, not one bit. And if you want more information, please check the podcast feed when it gets updated. As I said before, the podcast feed will be updated. All the old episodes will unfortunately be gone, but if you're not, all of our current episodes will be available, and we will still have content for you, including our VisionCast Network talent show and all that good stuff, including our interviews, as I mentioned before. And don't worry, we'll have more details to follow later on as this marches on. So,
Oh, hey guys, I'm here.
There you are.
So here's what happened, and I do want to say, because my dinner is almost ready, but I have been catching up on emails, so I'm aware of what's going on, and I do realize my Apple ID has been used for this version of this show, and I do have the RSS feed saved when I log on to the main page to get, because pretty much you have to get it from the main website. You can't get it on the mobile app, the RSS. I think.
Okay.
So I guess what I can do. Yes, Mom. Hang on.
Oh, hey, Preston. Hey, everyone. I'm back.
Yeah.
Hey,
there you are, Rachel.
Sorry. Sorry, Rachel. It's been one crazy day. I had to relabel my microwave because the old braille labels came up. So Mom picked up for me some Dino tape, and the other thing was I was uploading Radio Connection Live, and I do have a can of puff paint here as backup. But I was updating RCL, and my phone notifications weren't coming through, so I had to restart the phone. But yes, I was checking my emails, so I'm aware of what's going on. What I was going to reply and say that I know my Apple ID is connected to this version of the show, and I do have the RSS feed from the website. So if you need it, you can let me know as we transition.
Yeah,
the problem with that, Preston, is that if we try to do that, it'll take a lot longer.
Well, we're worried that we're gonna have issues transferring ownership because your Apple ID is linked to it. That's the only problem.
So we're starting basically new. We're cleaning the slate clean, Preston. So
I appreciate it though, because that was one of the choices.
I appreciate it. It was one of the choices, but we decided to humbly scrape it and say, you know what? Let's just start fresh. All of our older episodes, we don't need those old episodes anymore. Besides the interviews, we can always re-record them. No doubt about it. We can always re-record them. We can always bring them back at a later time. But thank you for the offer.
That's the only. I'm concerned that it might. Yeah, and I don't own it. Yeah. So that's another thing.
It's another issue. But again, thank you for bringing that up.
What do you think, Preston?
What do you think, Preston? Do you like it? Having it slate clean and have all the episodes removed and start fresh?
Well, actually, if that's what we're gonna have to do, that's what we're gonna have to do. I mean, it's easy as redirecting people to the new feeds.
Yeah.
So pretty much, I can still keep the old ones for my memory and for my sake.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, because it's precious memories. I mean,
because pretty much, I'm not really gonna delete my PodCastle's account per se, because that's where our old stuff is, and I enjoyed what we created. But I think it's always good to transition, and I see what Rachel and the rest of you all are saying. So I'll catch everything on the replay, but yeah, when we get the app, you just let me know. I'll download it, and we can go with the setup and.
We could try the RSS feed thing. I'm just worried because your Apple ID is attached to that show and you own it. And I'm concerned that it's not going to allow me to accept membership because Spotify is very picky about that sort of thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm concerned about.
And plus, I haven't really transferred stuff before as a podcast, subsidiary. Even though I am my own creator, so. I see what she's saying, so.
Yeah, and the thing is, you could transfer it because you own it, but since I own the Acast account, it's a different owner. I don't know. I mean, you'd give me the necessary permission, but still, it's legal stuff that I'm concerned about. I don't know that it would let us.
Yeah, let you know, I kind of agree, but let's
We could
just be,
try, but then
I
again,
know.
if we start fresh,
yeah,
it would just direct everybody to the new feed.
yeah, I agree with the same thing. Let's just actually start clean, like Rachel said, and we'll have you can keep all the old episodes for memory's sake, but you can go ahead and delete the account, and then
Well, he wouldn't
then,
delete.
Yeah, but
what?
well, I mean, if I were to delete that account, it will delete that podcast feed in general.
But is there a way to? Well, here's
so-
this. Is there a way to download all the episodes, like to the
Yeah.
cloud, so you can save them and then delete the account? That way, you still have everything for memory's sake.
Yeah, is there a way to do that?
Well, actually, I may have to research and see, because I mean, I am subscribed to the old feed here on my Apple Podcast, so it gets downloaded automatically.
You know what you can do actually, if you want to save them in our Dropbox folder, and then that way I'll copy all the ones out, and I'll leave them there for you to put like in the drive maybe, or like
You could. The only thing is that's gonna be really, really a lot of storage. That's gonna
Oh,
Right,
that's
that's what I was
overkill.
saying.
So
We're
if he
talking
keeps
almost
it,
3 years.
if he keeps his feed and just goes back and listens to him, we're just gonna start. We're just gonna start uploading. And by the way, Preston, I'm gonna give you the credentials as a backup, because if I can't upload, I need you to.
One of you just feel free and forward me the app we're going to be using.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if Acast has a mobile app, but I think you can still use it on the.
Let me see. I'll check real quick for you.
You can definitely use it on the computer. It's very accessible, and I think you should be able to use it in the mobile browser. I've not tried it yet, but I could.
Okay.
And I'll let you know.
Okay, yeah, that'll be great. So yeah, I think what I'm gonna do is not to pretty much saves me some headache. I think I should keep my old old feed in the account, and I can keep my stuff for memory's sake. But it's, like I said before, it's good to transition, and if it's gonna happen soon, it's gonna happen soon. So that's the way I see it. I mean, I don't have any questions about it.
We have to change hosts because eventually Spotify for podcast and the website is inaccessible.
Yeah.
I heard. I saw the emails. I thought you were about to have a tirade.
Yeah, they've just changed up a lot of stuff, so that's why we moved to Acast. But what you could do, if you just update the page and tell them what the website is and.
Oh, the Facebook, the Facebook page. I can do that. I think what I can do is, you guys can give me a script if you want, but I'll just copy and paste the new URL to our new feed, and let people know, hey, this is where we're going to be going from, blah 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 blah, from such and from now on. I'll come up with a wording, but I'll make sure it gets sent out.
And then what you could do is, for your listeners that listen on your feed, I would say upload this episode as the final episode of your feed and say this is going to be the final one for this feed. We're going to be switching hosts.
And the first one for the new brand.
And it'll also be the first one for the new feed. But yeah, I have the Acast feed set up. I'm going to be uploading this episode, then I'm going to be distributing it to multiple platforms.
Oh, yeah.
Yep, so the feed will get refreshed multiple times, so if you see the episode get listed before the old ones go for memory purposes on your sake, then don't be alarmed. We're not losing anybody, we're just transitioning.
We're just changing.
Yeah, we're just switching. We're just switching URLs, and like I said, you may want to stay connected to our Facebook page and email list, because once we get the right links, we will make sure you can bookmark them and save them. So anyway, I think my dinner is pretty much ready, so I'm going to go on mute. I shall return. So thank you for the update. And like I said, I'll keep everything on my end as is, and I'll be on lookout for this transition.
Okay, cool.
I mean, it's not going to happen overnight, but, Yeah,
it'll
I'm going to create the shows tonight. I'm going to create the show feeds tonight. So that will be, and then I'm going to submit it, and then I'll update as time goes on. But yeah, and so it's going to be
No.
the VisionCast Network now. Is
Yep.
what we've decided to
Yep.
rebrand it as.
It's a good network, and we as a team discussed it, and we couldn't be happier. I was excited. I was like, oh, I love this.
Yeah.
And fun fact, it was actually my speaker station before it actually got turned into what it is now.
Yeah, I mean, I could transfer the RSS feed. I just worry about legal stuff.
Yeah.
Because in the agreement it says
Yeah.
you own everything you post here.
Oh,
Well,
yeah,
if that's
yeah.
Preston's feed,
Yes.
then of course he would probably say yes, she has permission to do that, but still.
Right.
Also, the other problem is all the episodes are together. All the uncensored and the family friendly are together, and I want to keep them separate so that if people want to listen to only the family friendly, they can listen to that. If they want to hear only the dirty, they can hear the dirty. If they want to subscribe to both, they have that option.
Yeah.
Yeah. Versus the old way where it was all jumbled and
They were all put
it was
together.
all compiled
and
into one. Yeah, that's the
if you subscribe to, if you just want the clean feed, you just subscribe to the clean feed.
Okay. Of course, he's dirty.
Or if you want to subscribe
Katie's always dirty, but then so am I.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you want to subscribe
Katie.
to the After Dark.
Yeah.
There's dark, right?
But yeah, if you
But
want
anyway,
to keep his feed up, but it's just not going to be very accessible, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would say yes, go ahead and keep using it. I like Spotify for I liked it better when it was Anchor before Spotify bought it.
Yeah, that too. But now with
Because
this
Anchor,
change,
they automatically put put the podcast on every platform. They automatically submitted it for you. And it's like, now that Spotify buys it, it's like, I just don't like the changes that they've made. I think that's just
crazy.
Oh, I do kind of.
Speaking of change, oh yeah, I was about to say. Speaking of
I
changes,
do kind of announce it a little bit.
okay. Okay.
So this isn't set in stone. This is just kind of commercials here. I left. I probably should left up already. No. I'm looking at dates to go visit them again, or both or Haley, and I'm looking at May. Nothing set in stone yet, but it might be in May, so hopefully that works out.
Awesome.
Awesome. Yep.
And Haley has an announcement too when you're done.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So.
Yeah, I've got a similar problem with my podcast
Okay, yeah.
because I'm like, yeah. 'Cause I was just
Go ahead, Haley.
looking at things and I'm like, okay, this is not good. So
Yeah, Spotify's made a lot of changes that has made me.
I got back into my account, but I'm like, I don't like what they've done here.
I'll syndicate you. I'll make a Blind Aviator show for you, and syndicate you on Acast.
That'll work.
Now that I've got things working again, I want to get when I can speak again. I'm gonna get back to that.
I'll set up your feed. No worries. No worries. It's all good. I'll hook you up.
It's too quiet before.
But then
it's
you
so
gotta
quiet.
pay your share, Doodles. It's $180 a year.
So quiet before. What happened? It's so quiet.
I'm giving her crap. I'm giving her crap.
Yeah, you always give her crap. You give all of us on the show crap. It's fun.
You fuck up.
No. All right. Well, on to speaking of changes, there is something very exciting that I want to tell you guys. It's something very exciting. So, you may have heard that Zoom North America, not to be confused with the platform that we're using to podcast and to do backup recordings, has recently released its Zoom H1, H4, and H6 line of essential field recorders with built-in accessibility. Well, as of today, I have just ordered my very own personal Zoom H1 Essential from Sweetwater as a bundle. Yep, I
Nice.
just ordered it, and it should take probably 7 days or less to get here. Usually shipping would be
Awesome.
fast. And I am still going to use the Vocaster, but I am going to use the Vocaster only for karaoke recordings. And since I do love the Vocaster, the only thing that I don't like about it is sometimes with Zoom the levels are set okay, but when you turn it up loud, and I'll give you a prime example of it, it gets distorted.
Yeah, it
So
does.
I do not like it. Let me set it back to where I had it. And plus you have to set it up with the
Yep.
Vocaster hub, which I do appreciate and agree that the team has done an excellent job with its accessibility and yada yada. But again, you have to check the levels because if you don't, you're going to be distorted all over the place. The nice thing about the Zoom M1 Essentials, and I will put a bonus episode in the future, which will be the first bonus episode for the VisionCast network, is that it includes 32-bit float-free recording. That means if you turn the gain up, it does not distort 1 bit, which is great news.
That's great. So it's an interface and it's a recorder?
It is, yep, it is an interface and a recorder, all for $99, or you can get a bundle which includes the H1, the SD card, and batteries for $130. So
we're talking about the Zoom H1 record. 130, that's not bad. My
got
Zoom
mine.
PodTrack P4 was for 150. But before we don't want to be mean, but before we get into more announcements, Cecilia did join us.
Oh, there's my comment worker.
Hi everyone. I feel like it's been years since I've talked to you guys.
Hi Cecilia, welcome aboard. We're glad to have you back. We've had to make some rebranding changes due to some circumstances with Spotify.
I've heard. Nolan kept me in the loop. Nolan gave me the update. So
yep, we branded itself, and we were going to originally keep all the old episodes, but we decided not to because it'll create some legal problems and things like that.
We're worried about that because they're very strict about ownership.
Yeah.
You're not allowed to transfer your feed unless you own it, and since I don't own
Preston, the VP, is the owner of it, so
even
not
though
Rachel.
he would give me permission, I'm just not sure that I really want to go through all that hassle.
Yeah. I know. I was trying to share with Nolan that, while this was unexpected and it's not necessarily something that you guys would have chosen for yourselves, everything does happen for a reason. So I just know that you guys are very resilient and you will push through. And I'm excited to see what the next chapter looks like for you guys.
Yep. And there's good news, Cecilia.
What's that?
Unlike before, there's going to be 2 feeds for the VisionCast network. There's going to be the VisionCast network, the regular feed, and the VisionCast network After Dark, inspired by Big Brother. So, the VisionCast network, the regular feed, will be only clean content.
Yep.
Any bad words will be bleeped, muted, deleted out. All family-friendly, clean content, children can listen, and everything else.
Yep, and even your church friends will listen too, so it's for everybody.
And then the VisionCast network After Dark will contain the uncensored adult content. So that way, you have a choice. You could either subscribe to the feed for family and children, or you could subscribe to the adult feed, or both.
Yep.
Okay, that's a good update, I think.
Yep. It'll take a while for the things to transition, and we've told the listeners it'll take a while for everything to transition because the feed has to be updated. The show, the 2 feeds will be created tonight, and the new episode that was recorded is recording now, so to speak, will be updated. And this will be the last episode on Preston's front and the new episode on Rachel's front.
Yep.
Okay. Good to know. Well, I just wanted to say real quick, because I don't want to take up the whole show. One of the reasons why I have been a little bit MIA the past few weeks is because I've been involved in the prayer group that meets on Tuesdays. that will be ending soon. So hopefully I'll be able to be more active and present for you guys. So that's why I did want to just pop in. I'm unfortunately, the prayer group was tonight, so I'm unfortunately not able to stay. So I did want to do my shout outs if that's okay.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So first and foremost, I would like to shout out JC. Shout out to you for being such an amazing friend and for getting me involved with this crew. I also would like to shout out Nolan, who him and I actually participated in a virtual Bible study yesterday, and that was just really so amazing. So shout out Nolan.
I'm actually here live, actually. I'm actually unmuted.
Hi, Nolan.
Hello. I'm on the desktop tonight instead of my phone, as you can tell. So, yeah.
Yeah, well, I just wanted to share that with the crew that we did that because I think that was just a really cool meeting that we had, right?
And Donald's here too. Yep, Donald's here.
I was gonna say I didn't see him on the list of participants, and I was worried. I was like, "Oh no, where's Donald?"
Yeah, Donald's here.
Yeah, he's here. He just participates via phone, not Zoom.
I was gonna shout out him next.
Okay,
go ahead.
All right. Okay. Shout out Donald. Thank you for being such an amazing friend and brother in Christ. And then lastly, I would like to shout out the rest of the Vision Cast crew. So Cece, Rachel, Haley Gallagher, George, Salvis, Katie, Nolan. I already did Nolan and Donald. Nora, Philip, and Preston. So anybody I missed, shout out to you. I got them all?
Yeah, you got them all. Yep.
Woo! Wow, look at that. Well, I just appreciate you guys so much.
And before you leave, I got a quick prayer request for you.
Okay.
I need you to pray for me. I need you to pray for me because I think I'm getting some sort of upper respiratory infection. I keep coughing and all that stuff. And
yikes.
Yeah, it's probably nothing, but we'll pray for thee.
Yeah, we'll definitely pray for thee.
I pray healing in Jesus' name, and I will pray for you tonight, okay?
Speaking of prayer requests, could you pray for my neighbor Rosemary? I think she's gonna have to have surgery, something with her colon.
Absolutely. Okay, let me add it to my list.
Yep. We will definitely be praying.
Any other prayer requests now that we're opening the door to some prayer requests? Anything else?
Well, we're very.
Could you pray for my friend that's in the hospital?
What's her name?
I don't want to say, but
okay. Yeah, I'll definitely pray for healing.
Okay, yeah. She's been in the hospital for a few weeks, but she might be getting out like either Thursday or Friday. I don't know.
All right, so I'll pray for Katie's friend.
Okay, thank you.
Of course. Anything else?
Would George, you have any prayer requests?
I'm good.
Okay,
I think we're all good.
Yeah, we're all good.
Yep.
All right. Well, I just wanted, thank you guys for sharing. I'll definitely be adding those things to my list. I obviously believe in the power of prayer. So I will do that. And I'm so, again, grateful that you guys gave me even just a few minutes to speak on the podcast. And like I said, I feel so bad like coming in late and leaving early, but I think it's so important that I catch up with you guys.
And that's okay. We're grateful you stopped in and all. That's awesome.
We're very grateful. You're caught up to speed now, so you'll be able to catch the replay when it gets posted, and you'll be able to hear the relaunch and listen to all the randomness. And once the feed gets updated, you'll be able to subscribe to the VisionCast network and stay with the clean content as long as you want.
Absolutely. Praise God. Well, I hope you guys all have a blessed night, and I will see you soon.
All right. Thanks, Cecilia, for checking in and for being appreciative of us, and we do appreciate thee as well. God bless you.
Yeah,
bye.
Thanks so much, Cecilia.
Later.
Bye, Donald. Bye, Nolan. Bye, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
All right. This is what it's like, man. This is what our podcast is like. So, yeah, as I said before, I will be getting my very own Zoom H1 Essential Recorder.
Nice.
I'm looking forward to it. I will be using that because you can use it as a USB and audio interface, and you can even use it as a USB microphone too, which is awesome because, you know, you can connect it to your computer It comes with the AC adapter, USB-C cable, and like I said, the bundle was $130, which is a very good one. They also had another one which had rechargeable batteries, but I went with the first one, which comes with AAA batteries, and it comes with accessible talking menus, and the menus are fully accessible.
That's great. I'm gonna have to buy that.
I will send you the link off air, Rachel. I'll send it to you so that you can.
Yeah, you can. And I'll also call my engineer Adam. Although that'll
Adam is
probably have to
awesome.
wait till at some point to get it.
Yeah, it's actually, but it's available now. It was available for pre-order initially, but now, after I checked the website, it's available now in stock, so you can
Does it have
order
built-in mics as well, or do you have to
It does. It does has built-in mics. It does have it. The H1 has built-in mics. The H4 and H6 have built-in detachable mics, but the H1, if you're a solo content creator like all of us mostly, it has built-in microphones. And I heard a sample of the microphones, and they sound pretty darn good, and it can go up to 120 decibels. And
that's great.
Without
Now,
no clipping or distortion.
Here's the next question.
Okay.
Does it have a jack to plug your phone into? Because that's the most
Sadly, it does, but it only has mic and line input. It's only mic and mic level or a line level.
So there's no TRRS like the P4.
No, unfortunately not.
Then I may have to stick with the P4.
But what you can do is you could plug in the but this might be a workaround, but you can try. You can plug in the Zoom H1 Essential line level to the P4's headphone output and record directly from there. You could do that.
Possibly. Which headphone output would I connect it to, though?
In the front of the P4.
No, I mean there's 4 outputs. Which one would I connect it to?
Either or, you can connect it to either channel 1, 2, 3, or 4 output.
I guess I'd connect it to channel 3 output. I don't know, we could try that. Or, well, I need to get together with Herbie. Actually, what I'm going to be doing in the future, I'm going to be getting Zoom Phone.
Right.
So we won't need TRRS anymore. The only problem is it won't be HD quality, but it'll still...
It'll work, but, you know,
that way George and
work.
Donald can call on the phone, and Angela, and they can have the Zoom Phone number.
Yeah.
If they
and
need
then
it.
you can, and then if you do get the Zoom H1 Essential, which I'll send you the link to the bundle that I got from Sweetwater, then you can use it as a. The nice thing is too that you can actually record from the SD card while still running a backup from like Audio Hijack, and you can get both versions and run it on both.
Can I
at the same
record
time.
like you guys on the SD card too? Like record Zoom?
Yeah, you could. Yeah, you could do that. You could record from the SD card and record right from the computer at the same time while still using it as an output with input, which is kind of nice.
That would be great, and then everything would be accessible, which the P4
everything
is not.
talks right out of the box. Everything from the whole menu structure, everything, and it's got new tones. Like it's got tones when you're recording. It plays different. Like it doesn't play the same tones every time. It plays like different tones for different actions, which is nice.
You know what I may do is put the SIM card that's in the P4 in the Zoom and see if that'll work with it.
It doesn't. No, actually, Rachel, it doesn't. It doesn't work with it. You have to get a specific micro SD card. I'll send you the link with the bundle. It comes with a micro SD card. The bundle that I got comes with it.
Actually, hey JC, here's an idea. Maybe.
What?
Maybe.
What's the idea?
Well, maybe one of these days on the new network or feed or whatever you want to call this new transition now. You should do a bonus episode and maybe do a compare and contrast on the Zoom recorder and the pod track.
Okay, yeah, I still have the P4 handy, so I will do the initial comparison and contrast.
How they compare.
Yeah, I will
be
definitely do that. I will definitely keep that in mind.
Then I can record, like, even if I'm away from the computer and use the built-in mics, so I could take it to the grocery store, for example, and record.
Yeah, and it has a headphone output. Like I said, it has a headphone output, and it has.
And guys, if you're wondering, I switched to the regular iPhone mic because my AfterShokz just died while I was in. Damn it!
It has rotary controls, and it has quiet buttons, so you don't have to worry about the like for your example, the P4, like, you know, pressing buttons, hearing clicks in the recordings. All the buttons are quiet, so you don't have to worry about hitting a control. It's very silent.
Can you send me that as well?
I will definitely send. You mean
the link for the Zoom
H1?
Yeah,
the
link, the information about that. Cause I'm
Okay, I will email it, and then I will also text you, Rachel, the link. I will do it both ways. So
yeah, and I'm gonna call Adam.
Just email it.
I'll email it. I'll email it to you, Donald, and I'll text you the link to it. Rachel almost said you.
Then what I'm gonna do?
Well, you can't text me a link because this phone that I'm on is not a cell phone.
I said email. That's what I said. I'm gonna email you the link, and then I'll text Rachel the link to the same link. Yeah.
I'll text you the link. Okay, I got you.
And he's texting the link to me, you silly man.
No. What were you saying, Rachel, about your idea? What were you saying?
But I think that's a great idea. And then the VisionCast network, yeah, definitely. What I might do is use the P4 on the Windows side and the Zoom H1 on the Mac side, or I might just sell it. I don't know. I just wish it was accessible. It's not.
Yeah, this is the first time that Zoom has ever done this. They have listened, and I did listen to a great interview done by Jonathan Mosen. He's actually going to get himself one as well, and a lot of people. And actually, one of my other good friends, Drew Weber, he actually got his before I jumped and ordered mine. So his actually came today. Mine won't be coming until, I would say, Thursday or Friday, but I can't guarantee that because it'll take 7 days. So. There you are. Hey, George.
Yeah, I was trying to dictate his husband. I tried to dictate it.
George.
So.
Conference call.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, and this is, and like I said, like I said, this is the first time, and he did, and Jonathan interviewed a gentleman by the name of Samuel Green, who is famous for doing overview videos on the Zoom Labs YouTube channel, and when he, described and compared the different models of the essential recorders and how accessibility has been made in the firmware. The reason why they couldn't put the talking menus on the P4 is because they had to completely update the whole hardware. They had to put a whole new hardware, a whole new interface, which took an amount of time to get everything updated. Just like our podcast. Our podcast is going to get updated. Their Zoom recorders had to be updated, and it took an amount of time, but it finally came in, and that's why they were not able to make the P4s and other recorders accessible. But he did do a clear comparison of the interfaces and talk about it, and there was a little short demo of it, but there will be an expanded demo both on drewsound.com, on Drew Weber's site, and on the VisionCast network by me soon. So once
you're welcome.
And on Cloud 11 too, don't forget.
Oh yes, oh yeah, right, yeah, Cloud 11, yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, so all three of the networks.
Rachel, don't
have...
you mean Cloud 11, 11, 11? Oh, okay, I'm done.
Cloud 11. And by the way, Cloud is spelled with a K, not a C. So people.
No.
I keep doing that.
It's a K. It's a K, not a C. Dang it.
Every time I try to look you up,
wow.
I put CLOUD, not K. Oh God.
It's KLOUD space 11 space network.
Okay, well,
KLOUD.
Well, don't worry. When I download Acast, wait, is that what we're gonna be using? Acast?
Acast. I don't know if you can download it. But
no, I checked. They don't have. They used to have a listening app, but they shut it down in 2022.
They don't have an app, but you go to the website. I'll give you my credentials, and you can log in that way.
Okay. And if all spells, I'll log on, create my own account to follow stuff, and I'll follow your network.
That'll work.
Yeah, but you should be fine.
Yeah,
I'll just give you my credentials, and you'll be a backup.
So okay. Yeah, that'll work.
Actually, you'll still be able to follow the networks as normal. What I'm gonna do, once the Spotify and Apple Podcast and all that is uploaded, I'm gonna send all those links to the mailing list so you can subscribe to those too.
Oh, okay,
So
even better.
all will be good. Now I shall be back. I'm going to go deal with a certain rambunctious someone.
Oh, George, check your trap.
Oh no.
JC is the co-host today, not you. So shut up.
Yes, I am taking control of the podcast because I haven't done it in quite a long while. So shut your trap.
And also, since this is our last episode under Preston Radio, powered by Anchor, he has the right to take control. So there.
Which means, by the way, after that, I'll have to unsubscribe to the old feed and wait for the new feed to pop up. I'll have to unsubscribe from there. I might lose old episodes, but oh well. I guess it's a welcome addition. So, but yeah, like I said, the Zoom H1 Essential, I'm so looking forward to it, and I'm looking forward to getting this recorder because, like I said, Zoom has listened to the blind community, and it's built with built-in accessibility, so I'm very excited that Zoom was able to do this, and I do give credit where credit is due, and in the future, we will, once the podcast gets all updated, we will have an interview if Samuel Green is up for it, which I'm sure he is, because I know he's a busy man, and him and the rest of the Zoom team have been working so hard on getting this recorder updated. And speaking of updates, they are also going to push out firmware updates, so now you don't have to worry about hitting certain buttons. You can now go into the system menu of the H1 or H4 or H6 or whatever recorder you got and update the firmware right from within the recorder, so long as the update is on the micro SD card. And the micro SD card has been expanded, so you can now get up to a 1 TB micro SD card. The one I'm getting is a 256, and that's a lot of storage for a lot of files compared to 128.
Yeah, right. Wow.
Yep.
Talk about
Yep, and as far as the
upgrading your software.
Vocaster, I am still going to use it. I will only use it for karaoke only. I will not be using it for other things. So the next time you will hear my show, or the next episode, you will hear me on the Zoom H1. I will use the Zoom H1 as an external microphone with the volume turned all the way up without any clipping or distortion. That means I don't have to worry about doing this. Hey everybody, what's up? It's kind of loud. I don't like it. I don't like any distorted audio.
That almost sounds like energized old. That almost sounds like a energized radio DJ from back in the 80s, like, hey everybody, welcome into the show on WPLJ. Can I take your order for request? Oh.
The clipping is kind of bad, and I'm glad that they added 32-bit float because not all recorders have that feature except for the Zoom ones, and I did have a Zoom recorder, which was actually, surprisingly enough, I had the original H1, but that, unfortunately, was not accessible at all. This was way before they upgraded everything and made all the tweaks and necessary changes. But, and like I said, I do love my Vocaster. I do appreciate Daniel Hewley and them for updating me and sending it to me for free, which I'm still going to keep. But the only problem I've had with it is, if I make one wrong move and touch the knob, it will change the level for me, and I have to constantly check the app, make sure the levels are updated, which sucks, but oh well.
Well, it's the same with the TRRS. I try to turn it up more because their volume is turned down, and it's like no matter what the hell I do.
And plus, when you use original sound too, it's a bonkers because when you turn original sound on, it ducks the audio, which I was not too happy about.
Now listen here, George. Shut up. But yeah,
Anyway, yeah.
Shut up, George.
You were saying, Rachel? What were you saying?
But yeah, if I get the Zoom H, what do I need to tell the rep? Because I want to make sure they get me the one with accessibility, not the original.
It's listed on the. Actually, let me do that in real time. Hold on.
Or just tell me what to say. It's the Zoom H1 with
It's the
accessibility.
Zoom H1 Essential. ESSENCIAL.
So I have to make sure I say essential, right? Because if I say
Yeah.
the H1, then they won't get me the
They're
essential.
going to always say which one you want and they'll probably say essential. If they say essential, then you'll say essential, and then go for the bundle, which comes with the SD card, the batteries, and just the batteries, not the rechargeable ones, because that's going to cost you more. But the one with the one I got is the one that will come with batteries.
Well, we've got plenty of batteries, and if my SD card will work, then it'll save me money. I'm gonna ask them about it though.
It probably won't. He'll probably say the same. Adam will probably say the same thing because the SD card is a standard SD card. It's not a micro. Unfortunately, it's not a micro. Micro is smaller, but the standard SD card will not work. For example, I have my Olympus recorder, and this one, as you can tell, does not take a standard SD card. I tried it, and it did not fit in the SD card slot.
Okay, so
therefore, it will be a micro. It's like a medium size.
The Zoom H1, it's an interface.
Yeah, H1 Essential. It's 99.
I have a question about the. I have a question
Go ahead,
about
Donald.
the Zoom H1.
Sorry.
Go ahead.
When it records, does it record in like? Can it record 3D audio, or is it just stereo?
I think it's just stereo.
No, it's in stereo. It can only record in stereo. The stereo quality is actually pretty darn good. I've heard several demos of it, and it's been surfacing on the net. But the recorder can record in stereo. And like I said, all of the menu systems talk, like everything, even the files. And when you and the nice thing, I forgot to tell you guys about this, and Rachel, this will be good for any musicians out there. There is a feature, and I'm so happy I got this, overdubbing. Yes, you can overdub on the device. I kid you not. You can overdub. You can lay, like, for example, if someone recorded a guitar and you want to lay down some vocals over top of it, you can lay it down, and it mixes down as one stereo file. And then once you, it mixes it down, and then once it's done mixed down, you can send it right to your computer for sharing and or posting.
That's awesome.
Yep, I'm looking forward to trying overdubbing out.
Yeah, you can. I
Yep,
want
you can. Yep, you can mix.
Bye bye P4.
I'm keeping my P4 in the backup. Dadgummit.
But you know what I'm thinking too.
What are you
Rachel
thinking?
wanted me to do a better recording for my voice for the 11 Labs thing, and that might be the perfect tool for me to use for that.
Yeah, the built-in mics should be more accessible.
And you can overlap, and you can, and what's nice too, Rachel, is that now that we're the VisionCast network, you can, once you get this recorded in the future, if you need updated jingles, you don't have to worry about using like Audacity or anything like that. Of course, you can still use it as a backup in case things go wrong, but you can overdub your vocals on top of each other, so that way it'll come out crystal clear.
Yeah,
You
or
don't
I
have to
could
worry about
overdub on top of Suno.
clipping. Yeah, and then you can, without worrying about your mic being clipped or bad audio or bad distortion and things like that.
That's wonderful, and I could use the built-in mics too, which would be in stereo instead of plugging in the mic. I could use the built-in mics and then still record you guys.
Yep, and it's.
And I'd be in stereo, and not mono.
Yep, it does have stereo and
right.
mono mode. You can even connect it to a tripod, which I don't have at the moment, but you could connect it to a tripod.
I like stereo, which is why I prefer to record on my Android, because my Android records in stereo.
Well, it's the same thing too, but it's like, but it also has playback speed, as well, playback speed, and you can like view files. You can even use the thing as I think you can also use, you can use the thing as an output as well. So if you want to output, like for example, Zoom on the computer, you can do that. There's like I said, the menus talk. It's all accessible, and it even there's actually no way to get accessibility on initially, but Samuel said there is a firmware update that's coming soon that will allow you to easily access accessibility if you accidentally turn it off. And when you turn it on initially, it'll ask you, do you want accessibility on right out of the box? And it's like, I'm just so pumped and impressed that they were able to do this, because, I as we have said before, we appreciate the Zoom people for making this recorders accessible, because it took them a lot of courage and effort to make this recorder fully accessible along with the line of other essential recorders. And that should be a standard for all recorders, not just the essentials, but all other recorders coming in the future. That should be a great standpoint for better usability and accessibility. But I'm looking forward to using the overdub mode, and like I said, I just ordered it, and it will be coming probably by Thursday, Friday, or in the beginning of next week. So I'm looking forward to getting it. So my podcast will have an upgrade once again. The only exception is it will only be for the podcast and for on-the-go recordings, not for karaoke. The Vocaster will be used for that such thing, but for the rest of it, like podcasting and other things like that, the Zoom recorder will be used instead. So, but I'll still use the Vocaster for listening, but I won't be using the I'll be using the H1 to record and stuff, and it'll come with a bundled it'll come with the adapter and everything. You can even use it while it's plugged into the you can even use it while you plug it into AC power, so you don't have to plug it into a computer initially. You can just hook it up to an AC adapter that comes with it, and then you can just hook it up, and bada boom, you're all set. So I'm so pumped.
I have rechargeable batteries here, so I can always switch it out with rechargeable ones.
Are they alkaline?
He has rechargeable batteries.
Yeah, they are.
Okay.
Alkaline, you don't recharge.
Oh,
No.
Oh, you don't? Okay.
No, you don't. I never done it, but I mean, they could damage the juice.
My recorder, the one I have, which is the Olympus one, which I do love, but the only thing is that not all menus talk. Some do, but some don't. Like the contrast, for example, you can't adjust the contrast. So if you go to like contrast, for example,
Well, that's a visual thing anyway, so why would that talk?
Yeah, it is. Yeah, it's visual. But the rest of the menus talk. The mic qualities are great, but the only thing you can use it for is to record like quick notes, which I do appreciate and I do use for sending off of Rachel/JC messages. But and I will rotate and do a comparison between the two. And the mics sound fantastic on this thing. I love the microphone quality, but again, it doesn't have, and it has auto recording mode as well. I forgot to say it has auto recording and pre-recording. So if you want to have something record automatically without pressing the record button, you can set that. And like I said, I will give a comprehensive demo probably next week. And in the meantime, I will give a demo.
I wonder how it does like when you do record. When it comes to sound quality, I'm very, very picky, and I hate.
Someone's phone is vibrating, Preston. That might be your phone.
Sorry.
All right, go ahead, Donald.
You'll get to hear the demos and see.
Yeah, you'll get to hear them. Like I said, when I do this, I was initially going to do the Olympus recorders initially at first glance, but, since the Vocaster has a single TRRS input and it's only a mono feed, even though you guys will be able to hear the quality of the recorder and things like that, it's going to take a while because not a lot of the menu functions talk, and this is used primarily for lectures and conferences and things like that, not suited for music and things like that. But with the Zoom H1 Essential, when I do a demo of that, that will be better because it has both options, both stereo and mono. And what I can do, Rachel, is I can send you the file recorded on the H1 Essential, and you can just paste it in, insert it, and then
I'll syndicate it.
That way. You can syndicate that, and then I'll send you
I'll
the
upload it to
file.
Cloud 11 and VisionCast Network as a bonus.
Yeah, that would be that, and that would be the first bonus episode. Because, like I said, initially I was gonna do a demo of the Olympus recorder, but now since I ordered the H1 Essential, I will be doing that demo instead, while keeping the Olympus recorder as a set backup for, like, all for Stacy's. All for Rachel. Oopsie.
In the pool.
all for all for Rachel / JC messages for quick notes, but for extended notes in stereo quality, that will be with the Zoom H1 Essential. So be on the lookout.
JC, I've recorded on plane ride, the whole plane ride to since I am back. I've recorded on the
Olympus.
room wise. I've recorded.
No, the Olympus will record for
or
like hours.
Yeah.
But
Yeah,
the
it will.
Zoom one is better for like the kind of stuff that JC and I are into.
Yeah.
Yeah, like for music and podcasting and things like that. The H.
Yeah, it does record though.
Go ahead,
Yeah.
George.
What were you saying, George?
It does record though. It will hold for a good recording for a while. It's like 2-3 hours of the whole recording though. You see, you use the card, put the card, and that's it.
What do you say?
The card
Like it can record for multiple hours. He just puts a card in it. But yeah,
Oh.
for basic stuff, yeah, the Olympus is great. But if you want to do heavy duty audio production, like what we're doing,
Yeah, that is much better.
Olympus
the
ain't
Zoom
gonna
H.
cut it.
No, it's
because I
not.
tried to use the Olympus as a computer microphone. Problem with that is there's no way to there's no way to control the gain.
Yeah, you can set it to high, mid, low, and auto, but that's not gonna cut the cheese. The
thing is you can't control the gain while you're using it to record.
No, yeah.
There's no way to control the gain.
And plus you get distorted audio, which is not good.
Which is no bueno. We've
I
had
tried it.
audio cutting out. I've tried it a few times.
I did. I tried it like once or twice, and even though the mics sound great, the mics sound awesome with the mics sound awesome, but unfortunately, like I said, like as Rachel said, it's not gonna cut it for advanced recording like what we're doing. So like, let's give an example. Let's say if Rachel wants to record a jingle for the next VC VisionCast Network episodes or whatever. Instead of, going to the computer like she normally would, she would record one take in the H1 and then record and layer on top of each other.
I would be going to the computer because the H1's going to be connected to the computer.
Yeah, that's right.
Unless I use the built-in mics, then...
You could use the built-in mics. That'll work, because,
Possibly. I'd like to hear what the mics sound like.
The mics sound pretty good. I've heard demos of it. The mics sound pretty darn good.
I want to hear what they sound like.
Especially when it's actually, let me see. Hold on.
Maybe you could send me a demo after the show.
Yeah, I could send you a video that someone posted on YouTube, along with the link to the product on Sweetwater. I can send you both. I'll send you both of them so you can hear it.
Yeah, because even with me, when I record stuff, which I don't do all the time, but when I do, the thing I hate the most is the hissing sound that you get from the microphones and all that stuff. Need to no end.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It does.
It does, but
you don't. Digital recording, not a tape recording.
Oh yeah, but the hissing noise is very noticeable, but
on Philip's laptop.
Oh yeah, that's the worst.
Sorry,
but you don't
Phil.
get that.
Yeah.
You don't get that
Don't worry.
much. You don't get
problem.
that much hissing in the H1 Essential. Now the recording, the quality can go up to 120 dB. That's a lot of boosting, and if you it has a normalized.
With that high?
No, you won't get any hiss. The thing is, he is using the internal mic on his laptop, and the internal mics are not really. I mean, they're okay, but they're not the best.
No, they're not the best. I tried my internal mic.
And when you do the S's, sometimes it hisses and just sounds like...
Yeah, it sounds crappy. I didn't like it. I mean, I tried it with my internal mic, and even though the mics are great, it gets distorted and it gets clipped.
That's why when I go...
If I
record on my...
Oh, go ahead, Rachel.
That's why when I record, if I'm going to use the Windows, I switch my interface to the PC because the Lenovo microphone sounds like crap.
Lenovo.
I bet you with that
There it goes. Yep, that's what I was trying to say.
That's exactly what it sounds like.
Exactly what it sounds like.
You know what, Phil? This is why the VisionCast Network should get you a new phone, man, because what if Rachel
We did try.
Yeah. And do you guys some news on that?
Uh-oh. Okay.
This weekend, I'm getting it.
Oh,
That's what you
nice.
said last
Payday's
weekend.
actually
We'll see
this
if you
week.
keep it, Doodles.
Yeah, let's see if you keep it, because last week you did say you're going to get it, but then...
So
No.
hopefully you get a better phone, like a decent quality, like the A54. That's really nice.
That's what I was
And
thinking. That's when I saw as well. That was on my mind as well because I did see that, and I was like, "This is way better." Also saw the A03. I'm like, "Nope, not getting that."
get the A54.
Yeah, A54.
Get the
A54 is
A54.
one
That's
of
a
my
decent quality, and it's middle range, and it feels like it's premium. Even because I used to have the A54 before I upgraded to the Z Flip 5. I used to have that one, and it really feels nice. Even my mother said it was nice.
So did you go to the? Why did you go to the Z Flip 5 instead of the A54?
Because the Z Flip 5 is more compact and it has a bigger outer display, so I can do things with the phone closed, like check the time, check my messages. I can watch even YouTube with it closed. I want to try the Motorola Razr. I want to try that one just to see what it's like.
Didn't you have the Motorola Razr at one point, Rachel?
I had the
Didn't you
Motorola
have it?
G Stylus. I never had the
Oh
Razr.
yeah, I remember, because I remember you upgraded like to that phone, and that microphone sounded pretty darn good.
Yeah, the Moto G Stylus, I would have kept that phone too had it gotten updates. That was kind of my bad for not checking. But the Moto G Stylus, the mic sounded great on that phone, and I love doing drawings on it. I would like to get the Razr just to see just to compare and contrast and do a bonus episode on it. Also, I was thinking of doing a bonus episode demoing PodCastle. That's why I want to do some tests first. George and Philip, I want to invite you guys as interviewees on PodCastle.
Does it do it in real time? Like if you record, do you like hear any background noise at all, or it just kind of magically faints it
It'll
out?
help. AI tools can help with that. But basically, what you do, you start the recording. You copy. It'll give you the studio link, and you copy that. Send it to the people that you want to join you, and then they click it on their browser, and it allows them to join as a guest.
It's similar to CleanFeed. It's pretty similar to that of CleanFeed. I've used CleanFeed, and I've used it for several occasions. And another thing that the Zoom Essential will resolve, which I will initially test it when I get it, but it'll resolve an issue with the Vocaster not working in Club Deck, which is the desktop client to Clubhouse. And when I go to Backstage Karaoke, the output would work, but then when you go into a room and you unmute the microphone, it will not work. Everybody can't hear you on the microphone, and the worst thing is, it goes to the left speaker instead of the center. So that is going to be a big, big squishy bug that will be resolved once it'll help out with the issue. So once I get it, like I said, I will play with it, test it with Club Deck, test it with Zoom and everything else. And once everything works, then I will definitely use that as a podcast option, but not for karaoke. Even though the mics sound great and all that, and you can do overdubs and all that, I prefer to use my current, which is the Vocaster, and the Vocaster will be used solely for the karaoke recordings. In the future, it may be tested, but not right now, because, like I said, it's kind of completely new for me. So, but yeah, the phone is pretty cool. I like the phone that you had. It's too bad that you couldn't keep it for long.
Well, the Z Flip 5 is like way better than the
Motorola A50. No, I mean no, not the.
Oh,
Motorola,
you mean the Motorola G Stylus?
Yeah, G Stylus. Yeah.
I would have kept it. Had it been updated, I would have kept it.
Yeah, you would have. It would have been.
The problem is Motorola is really chintzy on updates. Oh.
Yeah.
Man, you sound terrible.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Bummer.
I feel sick.
Hope you get better soon.
Yeah.
Are you gonna go get it checked out?
Whoever are gonna get
No, I
well
don't feel
soon.
bad. It's got this stupid cough and stuff.
Nora, don't worry. I think I woke up to a sore throat this morning, but I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm beating the odds.
Hopefully, it's nothing too serious, Donald.
I drank
yeah, that
water,
sounds terrible.
so yeah, it
I've
sounds
been drinking
really
water too, so.
sounds.
All right, so.
I mean.
You know, you live a good tale.
Oh yeah. Well, remember, folks, the last thing we need is to break in during the show and say, "Oh no, we had to say goodbye to one of our members because they unexpectedly died." We don't want that. So.
No.
Let's not think about that. And George,
let's not.
shut
No, we're
your
not.
trap.
I'm just saying.
Let's not go there, Preston. Let's not go there.
Well, we already had to say goodbye to one of our former members because.
Yeah, we
of
did.
suicide.
Remember in our former episode?
Well,
sucked.
I know that. I
Yeah,
know that. I know that. That's in the old feed, which, like I said, I'm going to keep it open for anyone to grab old files. But if you want to stay connected, starting next week, we're going to be using the new feed, which we will send out.
So a quick reminder to everybody: if you want to check out the feed for the last time, do it now. Otherwise, you'll have to say goodbye to the old and hello to the new next week. So if you want to listen to the final episodes before the account closes, make sure you
or actually feed switches, because I'm going to keep the feed.
Yeah, before the feed switches, rather, I should say, before the feed switches, go ahead and do it now, or else forever hold your peace. So,
Well,
right.
And this one will be the first one on the new feed as well, so it will be the first one.
So, nothing has been lost, folks. So we will still be here. The only thing that will change is the feed switching. Is our providing host. So.
And unfortunately, and I would have definitely kept Spotify for podcasters as a host.
Yeah.
But unfortunately, we had to change because they left us no choice.
Yeah. And that's going to take effect in May. In May.
June, from what
June.
I was
June. Okay,
reading.
June. That's the month of my mom's birthday. My mom's birthday is June.
But the reason why we're making these changes now is that way we are prepared.
And that
way, and that way we won't have to worry about scrambling our heads trying to see. Yeah. Oh no, where are we going to go? Are we going to be canceled for the next few months? No.
Well, that's why I started looking into it as soon as I found out, because I wanted to make sure that we were going to be on stable footing. That's why I looked into it right away.
Yep, and our current episodes will be on YouTube as well, so we will syndicate
Salvis is going to do that. And if he will if he'll purchase the domains for me, I could pay him back later, or we could figure, because Namekeep is inaccessible. That's the problem. I'm gonna have to just get rid of.
How about GoDaddy? No, I was gonna say
He's
GoDaddy.
He's gonna be using GoDaddy for.
Oh,
yeah, he knows how to do all that. But if he hosts for me,
right.
We'll figure out something at some point.
Yeah, we'll figure
Maybe
it out.
I'll give him a little hotspot every month in exchange. I don't know.
That'll work. But you guys will discuss it off air.
We'll discuss that off air.
Yeah. We'll discuss it
I was just saying
I'm sure
that
you
to
guys
make
will have
George and Salvis react.
You guys have done such.
Yeah, we'll have a call probably sometime tomorrow, and we'll discuss it. Probably after I figure this whole shit out with Zoom, because it's fucking bullshit. It's like I tried to upgrade. I created a new account, by the way, which yes, the link will change. I know, guys, I'm sorry, but I had to create a new Zoom account because it was tied to Apple, and everything was through Apple, and the Zoom staff couldn't help me, and I couldn't do anything because everything was tied to Apple, and so I had to start completely fresh.
Yep.
And
things happen, so such is life.
I read some word that some fresh with it.
I'm sorry. I had to.
I'm sorry, I had to.
Sometimes we have to evolve, George. maybe you.
Yeah, George.
Maybe you would like to pull. Maybe you would like to pull the same crap those 4 individuals did, but I have to evolve, Doodles.
Okay then.
All right. Can somebody deal with his ass?
Yeah, George.
George, you're gonna go to the.
We got work to do. We got feed switching. We got promo switching for the new providers. And
patience is a virtue, y'all. Come on.
Oh.
Poor Ellie.
All right.
Okay,
Philip is our timekeeper. What time is it, love?
It is 10:07 on the East Coast.
10:07.
Oh wow, that was fast.
10:07 for 10:07
Yep.
East Coast.
So does anybody else have anything they want to talk about, or do you want to all do your shout-outs? And you can take time because we have 11 is the latest we'll end.
Yeah. Well, for me, I do want to say that tomorrow and Thursday I will be going to 2 night of worship events at the church that Cecilia and my mom and I are currently visiting. They're having a night of worship / potluck event, and this is the first time that I'll be going to that event tomorrow. And then Thursday, they're having a special Roots Deep prayer / night of worship event at the Washingtonville campus. They started it at Warwick this past month, and I really enjoyed it. It was amazing, and they are hoping and praying to bring that event to Newburgh in the future. So please, for those Christian friends out there, please keep the campuses in your thoughts and prayers, that hopefully the next announcement that they make at the end of this Roots Deep will announce that they will be coming to Newburgh, and it is going to be amazing. So I'm looking forward to having both events. And 2 of my ComHab workers will be taking me. Cecilia, who you heard on the podcast previously, will take me to the event tomorrow night. And then Lewis, who's my second ComHab worker, will take me to the event on Thursday in Washingtonville. So I'm looking forward to reconnecting with a couple of friends, including Brenda, who happens to have a YouTube channel. And her YouTube channel is different than mine. My YouTube channel, specifically on karaoke covers and randomness. Her channel is basically based on faith-related topics. So if you want to find that out, if you guys want the link to that, please let me know and I'll shoot it over to the mailing list. Or if you guys want it individually, please contact me offline and I'll be more than happy to send you the link to her YouTube channel for those who are Christian believers out there that want a bit of encouragement. And she posts videos every Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I've been really blessed by her content that in the future, spoiler alert, me and Brenda are going to team up together to do a cross-topic speak on faith in a future video episode on a future on her future YouTube channel. So please be on the lookout. We're going to be teaming up together to do it. We did initially talk about it shortly, but we will definitely touch base on it and watch this space because it'll be up on our YouTube channel and I will be definitely talking about it, and we're going to be talking about faith-related topics. So be on the lookout. There will be a video posted very soon, and I don't know if this is possible, but in the future, and I might have to do some testing on this, you can go live with someone else on YouTube, and I have not tried it yet. I have not tested it, but you can go live on YouTube with someone else and have someone be invited as a guest on YouTube, and you can go live together.
Actually, you know what, JC?
What?
I've tried that actually.
Have you gotten any good results out of it?
Well, actually, I know we don't affiliate anymore, but the Radio Connection Live YouTube channel has reached 50 subscribers. So I actually went live a couple weeks ago, and I tried it with the guest feature. Nobody showed up, but I did try it without the guest feature. So I kind of made 2 live streams just to compare, and pretty much both navigating the screens to write the description and set the audience type and things were pretty seamless.
Okay.
The only thing is, once you post the videos, they will be private, but you can change it to public. I think
that's the downside on that. Yeah, you can
right.
You can make
but,
it.
But I'll get
public.
used to it.
You could test it with me if you want.
Okay. So
if you want to, Preston, just let me know. Send me the link and I'll show up.
And you can test it with me, Rachel, but just keep in mind that not tomorrow or Thursday.
I'll do it for you, Preston. I'm just not going to do it for
No,
him.
not for me.
But if
because
it's you
I'll be
going
busy.
live, I'll do it.
Yeah, I know. I'm not sure when I'm gonna be going live on there yet. Uh, definitely soon though. Definitely sometime soon though, because I do need more practice. So I'll probably go ahead and when I switch accounts on YouTube, I'll just send you the
Yeah,
link
let
and
me
whenever
know.
you're
And
able.
I'll gladly,
Yeah, that
I'll
would
gladly go live with you.
definitely work. But
Yeah,
like
we
I
gotta
said,
feel
be on
bad
the
for
lookout. Yeah,
Yeah,
be
be
on
on
the
the lookout for
lookout
Preston's new link.
Maybe if I go live with you, Jamie will realize, oh shit, I never should have kicked her off. She was a great asset to the team.
Oh no! You got burned. Burnt, I tell you. Oh
Burnt
gosh.
to a crisp.
What do you say, Phil?
I said burn to a crisp.
Yeah,
I
he did.
know,
Well, he
exactly.
made a stupid fucking decision kicking us off. If he hadn't kicked George off, he would have still kept me for RCL. And in fact, that's what was taking up most of my time and why George and I weren't getting as many dates, because I was up late editing RCL.
Oh,
Now that I'm not doing RCL anymore and my shows are at night.
And the rebranding happened, which is good news.
Yeah, but that's what was taking up most of my time before, was editing RCL.
Oh.
And I felt like it got me into fights with George. We broke up after Christmas. Did Jamie give a damn or appreciate anything I did? Fuck no.
Negative.
So, I think going live with Preston and making Jamie have to hear my voice, he'll realize what a stupid fucking decision he made. Kicking my George off the show.
And I have to say this, I would never kick you off our podcast because you're the best director that we could ever ask for.
Yep, and so is George. Don't forget, he's
and
also
George too. Yes, and George too. Yes.
I'm the best female director, and George is the best male director.
Yep, you both are, and you both get virtual hugs for that.
You're here. Yep. 3 cheers for George and for Rachel. Here.
Yep.
Jeez,
hooray!
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 And remember, glory.
Glory, yeah. Glory, hallelujah. Okay, never mind.
And Haley, if you boo-hiss me one more time, I'm gonna hang you upside down by your ankles and tie you to the ceiling fan.
Oh no.
Okay. Wow.
Haley, I warned you.
2 times in a row. This is fun. Oh man.
Somebody needs to deal with my wife. My soon-to-be wife. You know what? I'm not even gonna call her that name anymore.
What are you gonna call her now?
My soon-to-be ex.
Whoa! Oh!
I mean you, Fatso Haley.
Wow. Okay.
You defended my ass last night. No, you're beautiful. I'm just kidding. I love all of you. But yeah, I asked George last week when you were busy taking a rain check because you couldn't even come on, you doodles.
Yeah,
we
we have lots of groundbreaking to do, and you missed it. How dare you, Haley?
Yeah, why couldn't you have gone to a private room and joined the party? Jeez, JC, this is a birthday party and you missed it.
I caught the replay. I was in Puerto Rico.
It doesn't fucking matter. You missed the party.
Come on,
I just caught it because, families are more important and I have to spend time with them.
Family schmamily. You had your family the rest of the week.
Oh, jeez.
So how was the weather over there?
It was okay. The weather was awesome. It was warm.
I did listen to Puerto Rico radio while I was asleep one night, JC.
Oh, you did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, lucky you. You got nice warm weather. We got a blanket of snow.
We got rain over here.
The problem with that
is on Saturday.
Yeah, and I was going to tell y'all that. I was going to tell y'all that we were supposed to leave on Tuesday, but the stupid snowstorm was in New York, and our flight had to be canceled, and therefore we had to schedule it for Thursday.
Oh, fly through the snow. It's just powdery white stuff. What the hell is it going to do?
I'm chopped liver.
Why aren't you chopped liver, Haley, my love?
Because, you decided to make George a director, and you didn't do anything to me, so.
You're the head of the actually.
JC, where the heck were you last week?
I was in Puerto Rico for 7 darn days.
Yeah, well,
7 darn days.
7 darn days. Well, you missed the party, so you're doghouse.
And you're not chopped liver, Haley.
Actually,
I know.
I thought she was going to say you're fired. Just kidding.
No,
Actually,
I'm not
you're going to
fired.
assist
I'm the
George
president.
and so is Angela. So
I'm the president of the whole podcast, and you're the VP. So there you go.
You're fired.
No, I'm not fired. Come on.
Okay, guys,
You
I'm
know
back.
me.
Hey,
Oh, hey, Nolan. Welcome back.
It's now 10:30 on the West Coast.
we should probably, or on the East Coast, you mean? It's
Yeah,
7.
10:30 on the East. Yeah, 7:30
We
on the
should
West.
probably do our shout-outs.
Oh yeah, okay. Let's do that.
Would you
Yeah,
mind
just-
if I started the shoutouts?
Okay.
Sorry for the cutoff.
It's all good, Nolan.
I want to give a big, huge thank you to the entire Vision Cast crew. That includes the following: our president and founding father, JC, and Cecilia, George, Rachel, Phil, Donald, Katie, and everyone on the team. A big thanks to each and every one of you for allowing me to take time to do this. A big thank you. I couldn't do it without you. I would not thank you enough. And I wanted to see you. I didn't want to stop us there in the middle of the craziness that happened earlier. But a big thank you to allowing me to be on the team. It's I'm honored to be on your team, and I want to give big thanks to Silvis for also joining as well, and for being on the team as well, and a big shout out to you. And over to you, Mr. President.
Thank you very much. I do appreciate that. It's always good to have good supporters like you guys. All right, so next will be, since Rachel and I are, well, I'm the co-host, so.
No, you're the host. I'm the co-host.
Right, okay, yeah,
That
okay,
means
backwards.
you go last for shout-outs, and
yes,
I would go
I will.
second to last.
Okay, yeah, I'll go.
Well, you could choose. You're the host. You could choose who you want to go.
I'll actually, Rachel, I can let you go last. I'll go before you, so. Since I'm the
What?
host.
Go last? The host is supposed to go last, you silly man.
Yeah, okay. Scratch that. I will let you go before I do.
Yeah. Who do you want to go next? I can help you choose people too.
Okay.
Or you could do later. You're hosting today.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I'm hosting. Yeah.
You could choose me if you wanted. You could choose anyone.
I'll do Nora.
Yeah, hello. I want my shout out to every single people, every single one of you on the team, and to Rachel, Preston, George, Giovanni, Katie, JC, and
Phil. Don't forget Phil.
Yeah, Phil, and Nolan, and Cecilia, and everyone, and all of you listeners. Thank you for listening to this wonderful show. Very interesting, and hope to see you all next week. Hasta la vista. Bye-bye.
I haven't heard that phrase in a long while. Hasta la vista. I haven't heard that phrase in a long while. Get well soon. Okay, and
no, it wasn't me that was sick. It was. It wasn't me.
Donald is the one that's having.
Donald's the one, not
Donald's
Nora.
the one.
Donald was the one. Nora's okay. All right, and since Phil spoke, since Phil jumped in, I will let him go next.
Okay, cool. Shout outs to our VisionCast network crew.
Yep.
To our president and vice president, JC and Preston. To Nolan, to Salvis, to Donald, to Katie, to Haley, to George, who's a pain in the butt, who's always will be a pain in the butt no matter what.
Hey, that rhymes.
My dearest beautiful Stace, my dearest beautiful Rachel.
Whoops.
He's in the doghouse for that.
Yeah, you're in the doghouse because you got
Wow.
her name wrong, Doodles.
he
It's
slipped.
Rachel.
I know it's Rachel.
It's Rachel with an R. We're giving you crap.
Rachel, yes, of course it is.
Or put it Rachel. It's with an R.
Yep. Mm-hmm.
Puerto Rican.
Beautiful name in the
It's
world.
Rachel. I don't really like to roll it. Not in that sense.
I just had to do it for fun, so I.
But yeah, shout outs to our VisionCast Network crew, to a whole new series. This is
Yes.
going to go live. Can't wait for the new, new shows. And
we're so looking forward to that.
wishing everybody here many luck. We've got this. We got this.
Yeah, agreed. I can't wait.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. All right. Okay. So next will be George, and following George, Preston, our VP. Go ahead, George.
Well, I think Rachel for and Jason for having a great show here. Rachel for the visionary of actually launching this whole thing. The idea came with me, and I'm like, well, let's keep VisionCast in place. But we're going for the network. That works. So the idea is off fair also help things better. And we thank Donald for our shows every week. I actually previewed this with him beforehand, and obviously the show, I check it out. Check it out this week. It's a great show. You'll when you hear it, you know why. But, to Willow, I hope you're doing well. Talk to you very soon, love. Love these films so much. The beautiful dress, Angela, amazing Angela, she's awesome. I'll talk to you very soon also. By tomorrow morning, if I'm correct. To Haley, push your Rachel, please. Thank you very much for that.
Don't you dare!
To Rachel, no way. Or retreat.
George!
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Rachel, you're awesome. You're amazing and you're gifted and talented and smart and kind. To Preston, JC, thank you for starting the podcast, being with and having us on the podcast all these years later on. We appreciate it.
And George, you should thank me for starting the old feed because I was one who put up the 200 and some episodes on the old feed. So, which are going to be remembered. So.
Back on KG's radio was awesome.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I missed it, man.
Yeah, we missed it, man. We missed doing those.
I don't have the old shows. I just have the imaging and the songs that
we did. Yeah, we did play several episodes a while back before they got taken down for reviewing and for memorization, but that was it.
Yeah. Oh well.
As far as goes, you can doghouse. You won't get a new phone. It's been 3 damn weeks. It's still 3 weeks going, 4 weeks now. No phone. Off the phone to take phone. So he's
I would never last even a day without a phone.
It's your own name all the time.
Only 3 weeks.
Can we tattoo his forehead?
I think we need to. We need to tattoo Rachel because he keeps getting it wrong.
I like that idea. Rachel, I like that idea. I don't mind getting your name tattooed on me. I don't mind that at all.
Rachel, you hold down Brandon.
Good idea.
I would like my
Albert,
I would like my name tattooed in Braille.
Always remember. No one's cool as well. Also, Noah's awesome. And I think I got one thing. Yeah, I got one. So I'm good. That's all.
All right, next is Preston.
Yep.
Yes, thank you. And oh boy, folks, what a whirlwind. We say goodbye to one provider and move on to another one. So mine may be a little bit long, but that's okay. First of all, we do want to give a special thank you and shout out to Spotify for podcasters, formerly Anchor, for getting the announcement to us about their changes a few weeks ago. I'm glad I passed it on to the team when I did, because that way, we made this decision of what we let you all know about today. And of course, I'm going to be making a little liner before the recording plays on the old feed, so that way they know what to expect. But anyway, it's been definitely a journey for us right here on Preston Radio on Anchor. I can tell you, and like I said, folks, you can still stay subscribed to the old feed and download whatever episodes you want. But from this point forward, you can look for us on VisionCast Network, and we will provide links to you in the coming days. So check Facebook and email, which I'll give out shortly. But first, I do want to give you all final stats on Preston Radio. And when this episode published, it's going to be, I think, our 205th or 6th episode. I need to look on Apple Podcast. So I don't have the right number, but we did publish over 200 episodes on the old feed.
I'll gladly go check and I'll report it.
Yeah, one of you can do that. I'm okay with
I'll
that.
do that tomorrow.
So as far as total plays right here on Preston Radio, we have received 10,293.
Wow.
Estimated audience 17. And as far as the last couple episodes we did, when we combined our two segments together, hold that thought. So the last episode, which I published 24 hours ago, the party that we did last week for Haley, Willow, and Angela, it got 8 plays. The At the Corner VC Lounge and Showcase 7 episode got 17 plays, the uncensored version, and the clean version received 12 plays.
Wow.
Nice.
Not bad for that. That's really cool.
No.
And there's
Definitely
205
not bad for
episodes
that.
on the old feed, so
Yeah, absolutely.
Thank you.
205.
Okay, cool. Thank you. So when I publish this last one, it's going to be 206. So that works out. That works out great.
Yep.
So, folks, we do want to thank the many podcast providers that have supported us over the past 2.5 years using Spotify for podcasters, formerly Anchor, from TuneIn to Odyssey, and there's too many to mention, but we say thank you to every one of you, and you will get an updated link as well. So Rachel will be working on that. So thank you for everything, for your support. This is not goodbye. This is just a transition. So
Exactly.
So basically, when I publish this last one on the old feed, I'm going to say what I said here, and I'm going to redirect people to the new feed, and also this will be sent out on the email list, both the old feed and new feeds, and on our Facebook page. So our Facebook is Vision Cast JC and Friends. Our email is vision-cast@groups.io for any questions. And if you haven't subscribed yet, just make sure you put the word plus subscribe in your email. And once again, we are now the Vision Cast Network, coming soon to a podcast player or client or streaming device near you. And by the way, if you're listening on Super Mix Radio, that's not going to change. The name may be changing, but how you get our content on the station will not. Yes. So good job to the team for putting this together. So Rachel, I'm very excited for this transition. I look forward to see how this goes, and I'm all for it, as I said earlier. So shout out to the whole team. Donald, hope you get well soon. We thank you all for understanding the changes, and let's press on, shall we?
Hope you feel better, Donald. Seriously.
Yeah, you sound terrible, dude. Yeah, feel better.
You need to get
I
some
feel
rest.
okay though.
Well, hopefully your cough goes away soon.
Don't forget a big glass of water when you go to sleep. I'm just saying
And
that'll
tea.
help.
Yeah,
or hot
tea will help too.
Maybe
yeah.
some hot tea with honey. That
Or
might
ginger
help.
tea. Ginger tea is good too. Ginger tea is good too.
Yeah, that'll work.
My honey, because it's my juice. He likes my juice.
Oh, wow.
Okay. All right. Anyway, we're gonna move on.
Anyway, we're gonna move on.
Yes.
Yep, I'm done.
Next.
So,
Okay.
That's all I got.
Next. We have to let Donald do his shout out, and then we will move to Rachel, and then myself. Go ahead, Donald.
Okay, I'd like to shout out to the whole team for a great show tonight. It was really great. I'm looking forward to these changes myself. Can't wait to see what happens with the show. And I think this is going to make the show a whole lot better because we'll be able to get more content. We'll be able to get more people in, hopefully, and stuff like that. It's going to be really good. And if you want to listen to the show, you can tune in on the all-new Super Hit Mix Radio at hit-mix-radio.com.
Yes, 8 p.m. Central Mondays. And don't forget, save them as a favorite on the receiver or Simple Radio app.
Yep, and midnight central for Visioncast Network After Dark.
Right.
Yep, and please stay tuned because those links will be posted once the feeds get updated and go live. And I'll explain that as a reminder when I get to my shout out. But for right now, we have our greatest female director, Rachel. Go ahead, Rachel.
Thanks, JC. I will be getting to my shout-outs momentarily, but I do have a few pre-recorded shout-outs from Haley, Willow, and Angela that they've asked me to play. So I'm going to play those first, and then I will resume my shout-outs. So, guys, take it away.
Hello, everybody on the Visioncast team. This is Angela, and I'm sorry I could not attend the show taping live, but Rachel has graciously agreed to insert a recording of me giving my shoutouts, so I would like to go ahead and do that. I'd like to give a shout out, first of all, to the entire Visioncast team. You guys are all awesome, great friends. I'd like to shout out my best friend Haley, whose birthday was yesterday. Happy birthday, Haley. I hope you had a great birthday. And I would like to give a shout out to my amazing boyfriend, George, and my dearest, beautiful girlfriend, Willow, as well as my amazing, loving, beautiful girlfriend, Rachel. I love all of you more than you could ever possibly know, and I'm looking forward to meeting you all in person. That's all from me. Thank you so much, everyone, and I hope you have a great night and a great day.
Hey everyone, it's me, Willow, and I'm sorry I couldn't make the show, but I'm here to give my pre-recorded shoutouts. Thanks to the help of 11 Labs and Rachel, I am able to do so. So I would like to, first of all, shout out the entire Visioncast team. You guys are truly amazing, and you all are my brothers and sisters and my family. And I mean that for life. I also wanted to say thank you so much for being so supportive and so accepting of me last week when I officially came out as a lesbian, even though I have one exception, which I will get to in a moment. And I would like to shout out my daughter for getting engaged. Congratulations. I'd like to give a shout out to my amazing girlfriends, Haley and Angela, who recently had birthdays. Happy birthday to both of you. And I would like to give a very, very special shout out for my one and only exception to the rule. He is amazing, he's awesome, and I've loved him since day one. My dearest, wonderful, loving boyfriend, George. It may be true that I'm a lesbian, and it may be true that I don't want to be with men, but you are my one true exception. And that is because, my dearest George, even through our ups and downs, and despite them all, you have been the most loyal, the most kind, the most caring, and most compassionate boyfriend that I've ever had. And I truly mean that with all sincerity. You've been there for me since day one. You've always checked up on me, my friends, my family, and I can't ask for a better boyfriend. So thank you, George, for coming into my life and touching it the way that you did. You will always be my special exception. And I also would like to give a shout out to my beautiful, loving girlfriend, Rachel. My dearest Rachel, I love thee beyond words, more than words could ever say. You are truly amazing, and I am so grateful to be with thee as my loving girlfriend. And just wanted to say thank you again to the entire VisionCast crew. You guys have been phenomenal, and I look forward to spending many more moments together. Take care, and I'll talk to you all later.
Oh, and I want to give a shout out to JC, Preston, Philip, Noah, Salvis, Nolan, my dearest George, and my dearest Rachel. Although she's a bit of a pain in the butt, so I'm not sure I should shout her out. Why'd you do that?
You called me a pain in the butt when I've been nice to you.
Yeah, you like tickling me for no reason. But I'll take that back. You're sweet, Rachel. I almost said Stacey, but I caught myself. Anyway, take care, everyone, and see you next time.
Yes, definitely shout out to the whole entire VisionCast crew. I'm really glad that we're all working together, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys on my station, Cloud 11 Network. Cloud 11 for short. And definitely looking forward to us syndicating each other's content. I think that's going to be amazing. And
Yes,
it's going to be giving a lot of exposure for everyone. And it'll, get everybody interested in more shows and more content. It's going to be great. We're going to have a great partnership. As for Spotify for podcasters, yes, Cloud 11 Network will be going over to them, and as well as VisionCast Network. And also, I will be working on getting them submitted to Apple, Google, iHeart, Odyssey, and as many podcast platforms as I can lay my hands on. I'm going to work on getting both stations submitted. So it's going to take me time, but I am working on it. Also, there are several services that have the auto submission, like Amazon, so you can hear the podcast on Audible. Also, we're going to get them on Deezer and some other places too. So we're going to really be, increasing a lot of audience for people to listen, and it's going to be great. So,
and hopefully get involved if they so choose.
Yep, exactly. So definitely do keep an eye on the mailing list and the Facebook page for updates. I will be doing the mailing list updates. Preston will be updating the Facebook page. So please do keep an eye out. I am going to be working on getting the shows together. And I am going to pretty much, this doesn't really need to be edited. So I'm already going to upload this to VisionCast Network After Dark, and then I'm just going to bleep out the curse words for the family-friendly version. There's really not much to edit here. Because we didn't really do anything that really requires a lot of... this is a really no-fuss episode tonight. It's just a matter of bleeping out some curse words here and there.
And it was more relaxed, too, because it was more firm, and we had a good time, and You know, that's what this
Exactly.
podcast is for. You know?
So yeah, definitely looking for. I'm sad that I have to say goodbye to Spotify for podcasters as a podcast host.
I do
As
too.
far as
Yeah.
our podcast being syndicated on Spotify, that's great. But
Oh,
I'm
yes.
sorry I had to switch to Acast or Acast as my computer pronounces it.
Acast.
Acast.
It's Acast. But I had to switch to Acast because Spotify for podcasters unfortunately left me and a lot of people
In a lot
that
of danger.
not danger,
Accessibility ways.
not danger, but
No.
danger is not the word I would look for. It was not the word I would use here. Unfortunately, as far as accessibility, they've left us with no choice because they have decided to make changes that made their platform inaccessible for
And
hosting.
unusable.
And pretty much
unusable.
involve according to what I read on their website when I sent out the release initially.
So, yes,
So.
it will still be going to Spotify, but it
We
will
are
not
no
be
longer
hosted
going
on
to be hosted
Spotify.
on there either.
Unfortunately, they leave me with no choice, which really sucks because, and I really liked Anchor because they distributed it everywhere.
I did too.
It was really nice, and then all of a sudden, Spotify bought them, and it just went to shit.
Yeah.
Hey,
In a
Rachel,
very
I got a
bad way.
question.
Yeah?
What if if you wanted to keep the Spotify thing, couldn't you have someone maybe who's cited to do that for you, at least for that part, to put it up there to where you could still keep
I
it?
don't want to keep it. Number one, they're taking
don't
away the
wanna keep it,
recording
okay.
tools, and number two, I don't want to
okay.
have to rely on somebody cited. I want to be independent. So
I agree with you, but there are going to be times when
I didn't know. I
need
didn't know how that
assistance, too.
affected like the playing of the podcast and the distribution of it. And all
It'll
that. I
be
didn't know how all
distributed to Spotify, and they can follow it on Spotify. They can follow it anywhere that they listen to podcasts once it's distributed everywhere.
Yeah, all they gotta do is just remember the name of the updated feed, and
Yep,
they'll be
exactly.
set. So it's not that hard.
It's really not. So anyway, shout out. So like I said, it's a shame that we have to leave Spotify for podcasters. They were a great host at one time,
Yes.
but unfortunately, due to their decisions, they have left me and a lot of blind people, unfortunately, with no choice but to change. I'd like to give a
Including
shout out.
myself.
Yep. I'd like to give a very special shout out to Acast for being so awesome, and PodCastle. You guys are great. Shout out to the whole VisionCast team, JC, Preston, our founding fathers, and president and vice president, respectively. My right-hand command, my second-in-command, the other director of this wonderful podcast, George, who also happens to be my dearest George and my amazing boyfriend. And I do agree with Philip, you're a pain in the butt no matter what.
Yeah. Wait, hold on. Wait a minute. Don't tell me she's telling about me being a pain in the butt, too.
Leave that phone though.
And to Philip, who hasn't gotten a phone, I don't know how you can survive a month without a phone. I can't even survive a day.
I couldn't. Come on. Are you sure about that?
When my Pixel died in 2020, it was like, I basically was panicking trying to get a hold of somebody to get to T-Mobile and get. Luckily, I had a ride scheduled to go that day anyway. If I didn't have any rides scheduled, I don't know what the hell I would have done.
Oh,
So
yeah.
I basically
That
was
would've been
without
horrible.
a phone. It was without a phone. Even just for a few hours, it sucked. I had to get a phone the next day so I could communicate with everybody. I don't know how you can survive without a phone. I can't.
That's hard.
Not even for a day. I mean, I just had
Yeah.
massive anxiety attacks because nobody knew where I was. I tried to get. Nobody could get a hold of me. It was scary.
They still don't. They still are.
So, shut
You're
it, George.
Mars.
Anyway, shout out to my beautiful girlfriends, Haley and Angela, who had their birthdays. Happy birthday again to both of thee. Haley's was
Yes.
yesterday and Angela's was Friday. Shout out to my beautiful girlfriend, Willow, who's a doodles. Because she loves the show.
I've noticed the quality change on Willow's end because I heard the replay from last week that she was
Yeah.
using, I think, her iPad.
She was using her Echo, yes. She was using her Echo.
Oh,
And
that
shout out,
was why. Oh.
shout out to Salvis And shout out to my lovely, dearest, beautiful Philip. Just to make George cringe, because I can. Because I love making him cringe. That's why I said.
Love to see it, my dearest.
Oh, jeez.
What, George?
Because he forbids it.
Because I like making him cringe. It's fun to torture him. He tortured me, so now I'm going to torture him. My dearest lovey-dovey Philip.
My dearest amazing sweetness, my dearest Rachel.
Just to torture George, because I can.
Okay.
Anyway, seriously, thanks everybody, and you guys are awesome. And I love my dearest George, love my dearest Salvis, love all you guys.
Prove it.
All right, George, George, you're fired. Philip, you're hired.
Yay!
No.
Why would you to prove it, George? You're almost everybody 10 years together.
Jeez.
No, nobody's fired.
Yeah.
Everybody's hired. But I love you all, and I love my dearest George, my dearest Willow, my dearest Haley, my dearest Angela, and yeah, that's my shoutouts.
Yep, and before I get to mine, you did mention Selvis. Selvis, do you want to say a little shout out before I go?
Yeah, he never did his shoutouts. Go ahead,
If
Selvis.
he's here,
Go ahead,
he's been
Selvis.
quiet.
Yeah, you've been silent. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm very quiet. I prefer listening than talking. But yeah, my shout out goes to my dearest Rachel, and the whole Vision Cast team. Yeah, I think we are starting with something new, because after each day there's always a new day when we can start something new, and I believe VisionCast have a very good and bright future. So that's my shout out to all of you.
Awesome.
Yay. All right, I guess I
Yes.
am. Yep, I guess I am the last one to do my shout out.
And JC, whatever you do, don't cry, because I know it's gonna be a big switch.
No, I'm not. I'm very cool with staying stable. But man, this has been one great episode and a whole new chapter in the VisionCast with the VisionCast network. I almost said the old branding, but now we are still what we are, but we are kind of tweaked a little bit. So if you guys want to view the last of the old episodes before they go away forever, you still have an unlimited amount of time before the old episodes go away. So if you want to listen to the old one before the switch happens, you better do so now, because once the switch happens, there won't be a chance again to catch the old episodes. And
Or at least
soon,
on the old feed.
Yes, on the old feed. Yeah, on the old feed, you will not be able to hear the old episodes. So once the new feed.
Well, actually, any
you
new
can
episodes
hear the old episodes, but there won't be any more updates.
Yeah,
yeah.
right. There won't be any more updates.
There won't
right.
be. Yeah, there won't be any more updates, I should say. So if you want to listen to the old ones, you can do so now. But once the new feed goes live, you can unsubscribe to the old one and switch over to the new one, where we will publish new content as they become available. And we will still have interviews. We are going to book more interviews in the pipeline, including my good friend Anya from my church that my mom and I visit. She actually works at the church. You heard her briefly on one episode before the switch, but you will hear from her eventually soon. And now that we are on a new network, we're going to see once the switch happens, which will take time. Once everything is all set in stone, we're going to see if we can get the one and the only Mr. David Dunphy on. We're going to see if we can get him back, and we did hear from him briefly, because we briefly talked about his station, The Beacon, which Preston was on checking out in the when they did the special radio. I think it was called a marathon or something like that.
Yeah, it was for Make a Wish,
Yeah, it was a Maker.
tribute
Yeah,
for
it
his
was.
mom
It
that he
was make.
does every
Yeah,
year.
yeah, it was a Make a Wish. So yeah, so everything is cool and set in stone with Mr. Dunphy. Everything is cool. We clean this. We wiped the slate clean for the both of us, all three of us actually, and we're pretty cool. So, Mr. David Dunphy, we will interview you very soon. We have made several tweaks and changes to the hosting and new episode content and stuff, but we will get you on eventually. Just take as many time as you want, brother. We're not gonna rush it. We'll get you on when we're ready. Just be patient, and we'll let you know when we're ready to have interviews back up again. So, yeah, shout out to that. Shout out goes to my entire team, including Nora, Noland, Rachel, Phil, George, and the entire team, including the VP, Preston Gaylor, who has been my right-hand man since we started this. And we started it together, and our vision was to create a podcast with randomness, fun, and talent. And this is where we are now. And although we've been through hell and high water, we have come back better than ever. And now with the new VisionCast network under the Cloud 11 network, we're going to be larger and better than, life, and better than, the other shows that will be syndicated as well. And we will also be, in addition to that, we will soon be on YouTube, but more details to follow really soon. And we may have our own website, so please stay tuned. We might have a website which will include links to all of our episodes and all that stuff. And there will be bonus content, including my review of the Zoom H1 Essential, which I ordered today, thanks to my dad and my aunt from Puerto Rico for blessing me with with money. So now that I've ordered it, I will definitely review it. It'll probably be up next week, so please watch the feed for that. And as Rachel and Preston said, all of the links to the feed, once it's been worked on and updated, will be posted on their respective channels, so please check the mailing list as often as you can for the links, and also check out Facebook. And as Rachel said in the beginning, we will have 2 shows for you guys to subscribe to. If you want the family-friendly version with the curses bleeped or muted, you can check out our normal VC. What was it called? What was the normal episode called? The normal
It's
show
just
called?
gonna be VisionCast Network.
Yeah,
And
VisionCast
then
Network, and then the other
the
show
adult
will be
version will be VisionCast Network After Dark.
Yeah, VisionCast Network After Dark. So if you want to subscribe to either or, you can. But most of the folks who are, like churchgoers or anything like that, will mostly subscribe to the clean version, which is VisionCast Network. And again, big kudos to Rachel, because without her and without the whole team, because we said it before and we'll say it again, we never ever disappoint you guys one bit. We've always had the courage to stand up and have a lot of fun and, give good crap to everybody, and that's what we're here for. And yes, we've been through hell and high water, but we've overcome that, and now we're starting brand new. So watch the space for the new feed, and I just love y'all very much. I really do. And there's no other director or directors, which is Rachel and George, I could ever ask for. And I do want to say congratulations to the both for being male and female directors, respectfully. So, all right, well, that about does it for this new episode of VisionCast Network. Thank you to everybody for listening. Again, the feed will be worked on, so watch the space for the updated feed. If you want to check out the archived episodes before they go away and switch, make sure you do so now. Otherwise, you can immediately subscribe to the new feed and stay up to date for all the new future content. that will become available. And next week will be our second week of our normal episode, and coming in March will be our VisionCast talent show. And Rachel, remind the folks when that will be recorded again.
March 26th.
March 26th, and that will be available for everybody to listen to, and the format is going to be a little different, pretty similar to what you would hear on community karaoke with the ACB community. It has pretty much the same format, but our version, we're going to tweak it a little bit and make it fun, and hopefully we'll have some good performances, and more will be discussed upon later on. So again, watch the mailing list and Facebook channels for more information as we get closer to that. And I do want to say our slogan, which we do say and will say to this day, even though we're now relaunched.
No.
Keep.
No.
We have to, because it's our motto.
Here on the VisionCast Network, where fun and technology, where technology, talent, where fun, technology, and talent all collide.
Yeah,
Right.
fun
I like
Oh,
it.
that's the new. Yes,
I would
that's the
say
newest one.
Where where fun and I would probably say
fun,
where
technology, and randomness.
Randomness collide. Something like that.
I would say where randomness and where fun, randomness, and talent collide.
Where fun,
I like
randomness,
it.
and talent
Okay.
collide. All right, I like that one. So that's
You're
the
listening
new
to
one.
the VisionCast Network, where fun, randomness, and talent collide, or randomness, fun, and talent. That sounds a little better.
Where randomness, fun, and talent collide. Yep.
This is the
there we go.
VisionCast Network.
Yep.
The station. It's not just a show now; it's a station, because we're going to be syndicating a bunch of stuff.
Oh,
the
yes,
station
yes.
where randomness, fun, and talent collide.
There we
Yes, I
go.
like that. I'm so looking. That is an
VisionCast
advanced
Network.
preview. That is an advanced preview of what you're going to
It's
hear.
not just
when...
a show anymore; it's a station now, just like Cloud 11 Network is.
Yep,
Yeah.
yep, it is a, yep, so...
It has been
yes.
promoted to a station. Anyway,
Yay.
Yep,
keep technology alive.
yep.
No,
Let your
don't
talent shine.
Let your talent
And as
shine.
always, you're gonna last hear us on the
And
old
as
feed.
always, and I'm going to have to come
So,
up
once
with a new
again,
instrumental version of it, but as always, doodles
Doodles
fill
the mill. Thank you guys for all your support.
And mustard.
We will see you next week.
God bless.
Thank you. Love you all.
Love V.
Bye. Love